Literally counting that down this time.
I actually counted
That's
it down.
weird.
Hey everybody,
That's
welcome back.
weird.
Dominic and Nichole here, back with some more GNN was
Hello.
DNN. My turn to play, so we'll be getting into some more Alan Wake. Last time we left off, we had gotten into this awesome car wreck right here. Alan Wake is
like
not
every single thing.
a little
Except
bit
for
because
that. I didn't call that.
oh god, that tree right there, that scared the shit out of me because I thought it was a monster. There's just a little bush right here in front of us. Like, let me get that angle, like that. Like I just swapped so quickly.
It looks. I just got done like marathoning Stranger Things, not this weekend, but the weekend before, last Sunday, I think it was, and so I could totally see how that.
Alice's thing was a book.
After we watched There's dilemma, but
Look how low res that is. So this is the guy who's supposed to be. It's just a low res. It only runs at 720p max. It's a 2010 game, Nicole. I think I need to go that way. So that means we're gonna go this way. So I'm back to playing today. Nicole will be leading our conversation on news, and I'm gonna let her take it away because I'm just gonna look at this creepy ass fog.
Because fog is epic, and with your car flashing.
Look how close I came to like careening into that.
You're kind of standing on air right now.
Well, it's because Alan Wake is magic. I have no weapons, so. What the fuck
what
is
today? Oh, it's not. I was gonna say my first thing was like, it's Jason Momoa's birthday, but it's not his birthday till the 1st. So Jason Momoa's birthday is coming up this week. So hey.
So I wouldn't consider that news, but you know, Nicole and I have different conversations on what news is. So
it's Jason Momoa. And first I'm starting with pop culture. Anywho. And then I just gotta give a shout out as always to my love, not as always, I just gotta give a shout out to my love for Cardi B, because I just watched this little clip of hers. What I love the most is like she'll actually post on her Instagram like little videos of her promoting politics and stuff and people getting educated about it and what she thinks should be done and getting people to vote. And
it sounds like you're like reading from a book report right now. I love it.
I'm not.
I know. It just was like, oh shit.
So, and she has a new movie coming out called Hustlers. I mean, it's not her movie, it's J-Lo's movie, but she's in it. And so, just gotta give a shout out to Cardi B because, like, she's not just a badass rapper, she also gets involved in politics. So it's like, you go, girl, you go.
So this is actually a really
background on my phone.
This is a really important part of the game. Actually, this is where we actually start learning a little bit more.
Pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name.
Is that a real name of a book or movie?
I'm sure it's not a highly original name.
Did you just start writing it?
I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
We've been there.
So in case you missed it, you can pick up the manuscript pages and they're here. So I have all the pages. I have most of the pages because I've completed the game already. A few of these pages, they have that little symbol next to it. You can only find that page in nightmare difficulty.
Oh.
You see that little like fire symbol next to the word page?
Yeah.
I don't know what that symbol's to be.
On nightmare.
Lots of people do. That's why they have those modes. But I am not one of them. So I think I've gotten just about every page you can get without it being in nightmare mode. I think most of them come to you via the story anyways. So I'm not really sure where I need to go from here. I guess we kind of just make our way through the woods.
For news thingamabobbers, obviously Mueller is going to be the elephant in the room. But that's pretty heavy topic discussion, what have you. So I want to do just some like quick snapsies of other things before getting into Mueller. And by this point, so
fair enough. I kind of figured you would lead with that, so I didn't know what you were going to want to do.
No. So headlines from the weekend that just caught my attention. Actually, it was kind of depressing, but
nice.
Hey, whatever. The $2.5 billion for the wall decision from SCOTUS.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising. I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know. I know.
But you know what?
But
it was. I was illuminated about it. Continue. Sorry.
It was up for. I honestly forgot it was up for decision. For those who don't know, SCOTUS approved $2.5 billion from Pentagon funding to be used for the border wall. under the guise of prevent drug trafficking.
It's
whatever,
not.
Even though most illegal drugs enter the country through legal ports of entry. Anywho.
But hold on, I just want to clarify a little bit. They didn't.
I'm not done clarifying.
Well, you said they approved. They didn't approve anything.
No. What they did was there's a suit going through the courts, and the lower court put a stay on using the funds for the wall while the suit goes through its process. SCOTUS, the administration appealed that and said it needs to continue because it's an emergency. So SCOTUS approved the funds being used while the suit is going through its process.
Which there's two aspects of this that I find really, really interesting. The first being the issue of legal standing. And I happen to think the Supreme Court made the right call because it works in both ways, where it's just like the Sierra Club or the ACLU or whoever, they didn't have standing. There was no injury suffered on them.
I didn't hear about that.
And so, that's actually the big thing. So it's not so much that the Supreme Court is saying, hey, he repeated that line. That's weird. That it's saying that you can use this money. What they're saying is that this particular lawsuit, probably doesn't have a whole lot of merit because these people don't have legal standing, which I found to be hey, that's actually... So here's the axe murderer.
I thought already talked about that.
So this is... No.
I thought we already met the axe murderer.
Nope.
The stranger? Okay.
So this is the guy we met, or that we were supposed to meet at the diner.
It's like we're in the upside down of the real
Oh shit, where'd he go?
Uh-oh. He sounds like he's behind you.
I don't think he's here. I don't have a weapon, so...
That's hilarious. Your mission, find help.
Find help. So yeah, so that's Carl Stuckey.
Pick up the hard hat from the ground.
There's no hard hat on the ground.
There was over by the logs.
Oh, let me go see what I can do. There's... Oh, no? Nope. Wait, is that it?
It looks like a hard hat.
I think it could be. So that was the big thing. The second thing that I thought was weird, I kind of thought it was weird that they were gonna allow it to move forward because the Trump administration oh Jesus, his voice. The Trump administration thinks we have to spend this money now, or the money. Oh, that's a manuscript page. Shit, I need that. How do I read that? There it is. Okay, so I just want to roll into this real fast. When you pick these up,
taken with light.
When you pick these up, they don't tell you. They don't tell you the past, Nicole. They tell you the future.
Oh dear.
Before me. It was impossible to focus on it.
Taken.
It stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud.
Oh, like the Maximum we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight.
But we haven't seen this yet.
Willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
So he reads all the manuscript pages. We'll obviously get to all of these as we get to them.
Yeah.
And there's multiple chapters in this game. But the other thing was I thought it was...
coming in the future.
Yeah, you don't necessarily... Okay, so it's a thing that I love and I hate about this game.
Novice player, I don't know.
You wouldn't know that, and it doesn't mean anything to you the way it means to me. And oh, shit. Hello, good sir. Okay, Spider-Man, calm the fuck down. Okay, I'm not really... I think I just need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would agree.
Time to go.
He is channeling the Joker.
Get fucked, nerd.
Super channeling the
Joker.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now,
Stucky would be knocking on the door like Nicholson in The Shining. I was literally just gonna say, here's Johnny.
Yeah, it's Did you just see the huge Energizer logo on that?
Yes, I did. Product placement.
Okay, so let me pick up all this shit.
Pepsi can in there and make it good.
What was that Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie with Hugh Jackman in it? And I can't remember the name of it.
I never watched it because I heard it was that bad.
It wasn't.
Uh-oh. I don't like it when voices get all deep and distorted like that.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know, but I don't like it. It's like in my ears. That. Again, who are you talking to? It's like, uh-oh. Yeah, the phone works.
Nice. Time to go.
No work no more. Uh-oh.
I can't leave yet. Shit, I have to wait for things to happen. Oh, fuck me.
What is here? Oh, he got into a machine.
No, he didn't. The machine's just taken over by the darkness. There's nobody in it.
Oh.
The darkness can like animate. Oh, I need to go. The darkness can just animate bullshit. This is a great scene. I love this. Goodbye.
Reach the gas station. Okay, haul ass to the gas station.
I need to be careful here. The other thing I thought was weird. Yeah, I was just about to actually weird. Nah, boo. Why did it open like that? That's scary. So here. Oh shit.
Oh god.
I see the guy up top, but I need to.
Okay.
I just need to focus on one at a time. Shit.
Hi. Oh no, is there a battery?
Nope, we'll be fine. Got him. The flashlight recharges itself, but you can like forcefully recharge it by putting a battery in. However, I only have so many batteries, so I keep them just in case I have a shit storm, come up. So these are arrows, and like the only way you can see them is with the flashlight. And so what they normally do is they point
to the left.
Well, not to where you need to go, but to where you want to go, because there's a big box here. See? Hand-painted graffiti.
Whoa.
So that's a symbol of light, which we'll explain much later. But in here is a fucking flare gun. Okay, so just the flare gun, but that's also an incredibly important weapon. So the other part that I thought was really weird is the Trump administration was like, yeah, we need to push this because otherwise we're not going to have the money to do so. And that to me seemed like a really lame excuse. It's just like, oh, all the money's going to be spent.
Of course you're going to have the money to do so.
It's like all the money's going to be spent otherwise. And it's like, yeah, but you're taking money from different pots within the administration that Congress didn't appropriate for. So what do you mean? You're not supposed to have the money at all. Like, much less do you need to worry about it. So it just seemed...
What the hell is going on here?
It seemed like a... Well, you missed it, but this was electrified and I turned it off. So now I can actually move forward.
Okay, cool.
So that was what was odd to me.
House Democrats would have standing, right?
You know what? It's not necessarily because it depends what the Supreme Court considers standing. It's it Congress that needs to come together. Is one house enough to be able to do it?
One half of Congress.
But that's
it starts in the House.
But there's a conversation to be said about how do I run again? There we go. Like what that necessarily entails. So that's what I
think it would, because I think they would also be on shaky ground in turn. I don't think the Supreme Court would want to then rule in favor of administration that would then cut off Congress from being like, you took money without us appropriating it.
Which goes against Article 1 of the Constitution, It goes against the entire premise.
One half of Congress, I would feel like I feel like Roberts especially would be like, ugh. That gives a lot of power to the presidency that isn't in his power constitutionally.
I guess that's... I haven't found a thermos yet, have I?
No.
I think the... Is there anything back here? I don't think so. Nothing worth examining anyways.
And for clarification's sake, I am not a lawyer. Dominic is not a lawyer. Dominic's a journalist. I am a resource management person. So we just do this in our playtime.
I know what I'm talking about. But don't take legal advice from me.
Yeah. I don't... Well, mine is more of a passion and hobby and politics. Lots of education in it, because I didn't know I enjoyed politics until after I graduated. How about that?
Actually, weirdly enough, you came a little late to politics compared to the rest of us.
I did. I was from a small town in Southern Oregon, and
I was also from a small town in Southern Oregon.
Yeah, but you wanted to be in journalism. I feel like journalism just goes hand in hand with politics.
Any more these days? I hate that it does, but...
Mine was, but I don't know.
Oh, I just saw
literature, and so that went more hand in hand of like analyzing people and reactions, and I guess literary authors.
I was on Twitter earlier today.
Because like, who doesn't good love a Mark Twain satire of calling everybody idiots?
Well, I mean, it doesn't need to be satire for me to call somebody an idiot, but when
True, but he just
I was on
a very satirical, funny way.
Right, I was on Twitter earlier today. Oh, nice! I'm just walking between those logs.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Manuscript page.
Pick a manuscript.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off.
So I was on Twitter today, and I saw a former intern at the paper, and they had liked something that somebody else had written. And basically the entire thread that this woman had written on Twitter was just like, she was in a journalism program when she was younger, and she kept posting on Twitter, like all these really personal things and personalizing all of these stories on the beat she was covering. So she was covering immigration, but her parents were immigrants, and she'd be like, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my immigrant parents, and the laws need to be like this. And there was a bunch of people. And so I thought, as the people as her professor, as a bunch of older people were kind of like, where am I going? Told her, like, hey, this is really unprofessional. You shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I don't want to go down there. You shouldn't be doing this. This, makes it look like you're biased. And yes, everybody has biases, but it should be within the realm of the journalist to keep it as minimal as possible. I need to be closer. But she's like, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And there was all these people on her Twitter was like, yeah, that's how journalism's supposed to be. You need to tell them how it is. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you people talking about? Like, this isn't advocacy journalism. This isn't social justice work.
Journalism needs to be told like it is in terms of tell me the facts.
Yes.
They are.
No, that doesn't mean that we have to sit. Oh, nice. I don't have to lie about it, or I need to, or I can't put it into context. There's
a reason why we have op-eds.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. There was a lot of people who said, like, yeah, guess what? You're a hard news reporter. You're not supposed to sit there and couch your reporting in opinion. That's not what you do. Any good editor is going to reject that and be like, write an opinion column, but get me the news.
At that point, you give credence to the things like, liberal media.
It doesn't even matter, but it's like Breitbart or like Town Hall or something, all these, they're not journalists, they're fucking opinion writers,
Yes. That happen to cover breaking news of the day and give their opinion on it. But even then, they won't do the
shit!
All the facts. That was cool. Say, like, all the facts, or like they only put their piece of the facts, and so like even there's a lot of times I'll read biased news sources because I know they're biased, like Daily Cause or Now This or something like that. But what I'll oftentimes do is click through their links back to the original story.
Nice.
Like, okay.
Well, I like
I want to get a take of like how it really happened, and then I follow many more other news sources than that, obviously.
Yeah. But there's a great deal of news sources that I follow, including things like Breitbart and the Federalist, that I consider to be really biased. I used to respect
the Federalist, but
I used to respect the Federalist. I don't anymore, especially with Molly Hemingway working there. She's basically become a shill for the right, and I'm just like, I don't like.
Well, that's good.
You used to be respected, and now
don't be Breitbart in Fox News. Except for Shep Smith, I still like him. And Chris Wallace isn't that bad, obviously. I like the National Review, at least on Facebook, but wasn't that the one that just went under?
No, you're thinking of it has review. Yeah, no, National Review is David French's thing.
Oh, okay.
But I know the one you're talking about, but I forget.
And then, actually, I don't see that one post as many, but maybe it's because I don't like enough of their stories. But then I also do the American Conservative Jesuit Review.
Nice.
I'll read some of that. Some of those are interesting, though. Some of them I don't read if it's, like, super clearly. Apparently this guy, Rod Dreher. I, like, also read the comments because people just go after this guy, Rod Dreher. They're like, oh, my God, the Benedict option. And so I don't even know what that means because I'm not Catholic. But I just like reading them because they're like, seriously, dude, you really twisted that. I'm like, that was a stretch. Even people who, like, diehards, like, be like, that's a stretch.
I like,
but
well, see, like...
that, like, a lot of other, quote, liberal people also read that thing because you see them post in the comments of, like, I read this to break my bubble a little bit, but come on, bro.
Come the fuck on, like, ow.
Yeah. It's like, calm down, dude.
Well, I like reading the comments for, like, Breitbart just because it makes me feel better about myself. Like, just personally. Like, it makes me...
if I go read the comments on my local news station, I'm just like, I feel bad about humanity.
Do you,
it seriously makes me panicked and kind of gross of, like, what's going to happen to this planet because I'm actually nervous.
Well, it's just like reading fucking, the comments on, Oregon Live. Those are terrifying.
Yeah.
Those are terrifying.
No. You want to know what's worse? Reading the local news station comments. Like, like the literal local news station, like Channel 12, 13, whatever it is for you. Like ours is K2 and...
Our KGW or something like that. Yeah, I believe me, I don't watch it.
Something like that. Reading the comments there. And I'm
hey, a thermos.
Oh, God. Oh God. Oh God. No, you know what was even worse was reading the comments. So I watched because I texted you this. We're way off topic, but I was reading the comments of so one of those things like KGW or somebody was doing a live stream of the Oregon. It wasn't a Senate hearing. It was that one committee of just like how do we take that one? Like, what do we do with the guys who made those like aggressive comments in the workplace, kind of whatever that one senator was for Oregon. He's like, you send the cops to my door, I'm gonna meet them with a gun.
Yeah.
So they had that one committee hearing for him of like, what do we do? And the lawyer was being like, I'm giving you a memo of, I didn't have to do an investigation to release this memo because following the stipulation of laws of like creating an unsafe work environment, the proof is out there that this guy said it. It creates an unsafe work environment just based off of like what statutes are and that they and while the investigation is happening, they need to do some interim action to make sure the workplace is a safe one as an investigation is happening. Reading the comments as this lawyer is speaking, her lawyer speak was like, oh my God. And another thing, just a side note, what I really didn't like is there was one guy, he was a GOP senator, you could tell, state senator, just from based off his questions.
Before I saw them,
he
swooping down from the sky, screeching as they came. I spun
kept
around
calling
just
her
as the
by her
cloud was
first
upon me.
name,
I stared into
as if they were
100 dead
friends
eyes,
or something.
black pearls glittering
And
in the
I'm like,
darkness.
you're being, I'm
I
like, this
raised the
woman is a
flashlight and the
partner
swarm
in a
exploded
law
like
firm.
fireworks.
You will call her
Feathers burned,
Ms.
turned into ash.
whatever her last
couldn't
name
hear
is.
my
You do not
scream
get to
above
call
theirs.
her by her first name in a hearing.
It's like, hey, Wendy. It's like, fuck you. Okay, Bob.
Yeah, he kept doing that.
By the way.
And she kept referring to each time she answered a question, she goes, thank you for the question, Chair whatever, and Senator whatever. I'll be happy to answer that.
Here's my shotgun, by the way.
But every single time, nice. Every time, he kept calling her by her first name. And I'm like, you are an asshole. You are doing this on purpose. You're an asshole. You do not get to know her by her. You don't get to call her by her first name. Oh, anyway, pet peeve. That just really annoyed the shit out of me.
Sounds like it.
But anyway, comments, terrible places to go. They're irresistible occasionally, but if you fall down the black hole, just try and claw your way out as fast as possible. Except again, actually the American conservative comments aren't that bad. That's actually kind of my favorite comment section.
I think I need to get up there.
Maybe just because there's certain aspects that Catholics and I share in terms of like, compassion for people, and we just heavily disagree on female reproductive rights. What?
Fair enough. I got a little confused as to where I need to go.
Okay. So I just thought the SCOTUS thing was interesting, but in all things though, I don't think it's that huge in terms of like panicking because the suits are still going through the court system. And honestly, $2.5 billion, while it's a waste of resources in my opinion, it's not going to, and it can only be applied to pieces of fences that are already existing, so it's like maintenance costs. And in my mind, it's going to do nothing. To build a wall would take well over $25 billion. And all that jazz. And, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just a win for the administration that they're going to, all jerk off to, but whatever's.
Oh, of course.
But the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big of a deal. So up next, Facebook. Oh, the Cambridge Analytica $5 billion decision. So Facebook was penalized for $5 billion for the...
So couch change for Facebook.
Yeah, sure, but billion is a cool number. I just thought it was like, okay, fine, you got Mark Zuckerberg, you got some penalized for selling everybody's information to Cambridge Analytica and basically destroying humanity as we know it.
That's a bit much.
Oh, dude, we're all gonna get played from here on out with our psychological push points.
Okay, so this is where I got the goddamn
I just
shotgun.
thought that was interesting, so I just wanted to throw
Well,
it
no,
out
it's
there,
it's a huge. Wait, what's going on here?
And actually, it's kind of an interesting time frame that decision was posted right as that one documentary came out.
Right. Oh, maybe through here.
That's like that was really good press.
Nice timing, right?
To bring to get Cambridge Analytica back in the news.
Okay, I'm actually super lost right now. I thought
You need to go to the path above.
Yeah, but I can't get to the path above until I can get that.
I'm totally just bullshitting.
I'm just like, I can't do that until this comes down. In order for that to come down, I have to turn something on.
We need a switch.
But
Is
I
it
don't.
up in the tractor?
No, it was this big bright green thing.
Mister, I've played this game so many times.
I've played it twice and I love it, but that doesn't mean I remember. You want to talk about Titanfall real quick? Who died in the intro level?
No, that just means my skills at platforming suck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the blinky green light. Okay, anywho, so I thought that was just interesting. So we'll see. Again, yeah, it's really just pocket change for Facebook at this point, probably. I don't know. Is it? Is it really?
$5 billion? Yep. Like Facebook made like $50 billion or something like that in
Damn it.
like in that time in that same quarter or something like that.
Well, then they need to give up like a certain amount of profits or something.
Like that, maybe?
Excuse me. Anywho, well, that's.
Can I lift? Wait. No?
Okay, so next one. So that wasn't as cool as I thought. So
well, I mean, I have nothing more to add to it because it's a little bit of chunk change, and
I thought it was a bigger penalty than that, but apparently.
No, you know what the bigger penalty is though is that the FTC is actually investigating it. That's the bigger news.
Well, we'll see what's his butt actually does, if anything. Ajit Pai, right? He's the FTC. No. FCC.
No, he's the
Who's
FCC.
What is he on?
He's FCC.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's the federal chairman or chairman of the federal.
I can't take it seriously because of the Family Guy song.
On the stupid viral meme that he made that people laugh at.
The one thing where he was, because he's an idiot and an asshole and he knows it and he loves it.
Jump! Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, we made it up here.
Anywho, but it's rural people who aren't getting the interweb, so I don't know, maybe that's rude. I was going, maybe that's a good thing. No, that's mean.
Well, it's not my fault that bumfuck USA isn't getting the internet at once. I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we tried to push really hard against it.
I was just outside for a breath of fresh air and
you know what
so
this reminds me of?
This is the dude we talked to on the boat.
But if you're still up and around,
this reminds me of Playable Trailer.
Step outside for a spell and
not nearly as scary. Not nearly as scary. I wish.
That whole, voice, creepy voice
I wish I could stream. I wish I could do more. I should try to get Visage up and running, because it's a game that basically Visage Fisage, and it's basically a rip off of PT, but it's like it's not quite fully completed. I think there's 2 chapters of it done, but it's fucking horrifying. Okay. But it's only a PC game.
Let's do it.
Well, it's a PC game only, so that's.
Oh, bummer.
It makes it difficult. I haven't quite gotten the mastery of that down.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think we want to go this way to see what they have.
Okay, I'm gonna come back because I want to have a question on, so I'll come back to that.
You have a question on what?
Just a shout out. Trafficking in the military. I thought it meant sexual trafficking, but it still is technically trafficking in humans. They're just some Marines were smuggling people in. But I want to come back to that. The 9/11 bill passed, so that's good.
It is good.
I have no idea what the hell Rand Paul was thinking, because he had zero
okay.
on about how we're going to pay for this.
Here's the thing. I knew you were going to say that. Here's the thing. If anybody has a leg to stand on, it's Rand Paul. The dude is
he voted for the tax cut without an eye blink.
No, he voted originally for the tax cut, like the first reading of the bill, not the second reading of the bill. Because the first reading, there was pay. There was pay in there. There was the ways of saying this is how this is going to get paid, and all that shit was stripped out after the fact, which then made it a deficit buster. Rand Paul didn't vote for that one. So let's give the man credit. He is the most consistently consistent person. I disagree with him on almost all fronts, but I'm not going to give the man shit for being consistent about it. Like he said, this no longer pays for itself, so fuck it. And that was his thing, was the 9/11 bill, and I agree. We shouldn't just be spending money just to spend it. Yes, these people, we tasked them as a country to go in and save those people, to clean up the mess made after 9/11, and we should take care of them. Not every dollar is worth spending on them. At the same time, does that mean we need to be however billions of dollars in debt for it? Why can't we figure out a way to pay for it? Either cut something or tax something. I'm
I
not
can
the
support
biggest
that.
deficit hawk, but I mean, we're like $22 trillion in debt. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, but kind of whose fault is that been?
I'm not saying, well, I mean, Democrats keep getting elected to clean up Republicans' mess, and then when Democrats have to be the parents in the room and be like, eat your broccoli, pay your taxes, then we get voted out of
Yeah.
office because nobody wants to pay taxes, and then they want to fucking, they want tax
But they want
cuts.
to
And
keep
they,
their stuff.
yeah, exactly. But it's like, And then when the economy goes to
And you want to
shit,
tell me about when there's no free lunch? Yeah.
as you can see,
The
I'm
other side's a bit,
pretty in the middle on a lot of these things, and probably what
Yes.
most people would consider like a blue dog Democrat, but it's just so infuriating
Not-
when it's like,
yeah.
when you're just like, hey, like I'm trying to do the right thing and to be efficient and effective with our tax dollars, and people are just like, no, fuck it, I don't want to pay any taxes. It's like, well, we're $22 trillion
Put it on
in
the
debt.
credit card.
There's one of two ways
Yeah.
of dealing with that. Either you pay more in taxes or you don't get a government service of some type. There's no in between with government. Okay? And I'm not
Touche.
gonna go into this new liberal thing of
I
like,
will pay
like-
more.
The gas station
I mean,
was
I'm
close
fine with
now.
things getting
It's
cut.
like
Like,
welcome
to be honest, things like, I actually have had conversations here. Oh, shit. That is not me talking. Where is he?
Nope. No, it's Mr. Psychopath.
I have to
Stop
jump
following
off
me.
this, and as soon as I fall down here, it's going to trigger it.
Famous dog is third best.
I think they're
Well,
talking
just
about
keep an eye
hot
over your
dogs.
shoulder and...
I can't. It's a
Oh.
third-person shoulder game.
Oh, bummer.
Third
So you
person
can't
over the
turn
shoulder.
around, like, look behind you?
Only manually. I have to physically turn around.
Yeah. Bummer.
Oh, look at the fucking
Ah.
shadow nonsense. Look at
Bad
this.
Bad things are gonna happen.
Oh,
Bad
and look at
things
this
are
boss.
gonna happen.
Ah!
There's a bad thing. There's a bad thing. Doing.
Oh! Damn it. Oh!
Ah, behind you! Bad thing.
Damn it. I shot a flare off by
That's cool.
accident. Damn it.
Yeah,
What a waste.
that-
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It is what it is.
Bummer.
Where was I going to go with
Yeah.
that? I was going to
Keep
say...
going.
I've lost...
You're okay with cutting something.
Oh, I'm... Oh,
You were just talking
Safe
about
Haven.
it at work. Safe Haven.
Oh, yeah, I was like, there are
talking about
departments...
work,
I
about
think there's
things.
departments and things that we can cut or trim back to, like, be the... Okay, so think of, like, the Department of Education. I don't think...
Have a talk.
Yeah. I don't think the Department of Education needs to be dictating to states what they should or shouldn't be doing for their educational purposes. However, what I think something like that is good for is having a very broad set of standards. And I'm talking broad, that everybody should be meeting. Like, every fourth grader should be able to read this general book and understand it and do this basic arithmetic and be
Okay.
able to understand it. And then have really strict enforcement policies for things like discrimination and things of that nature. However... Those things should also be held in the Department of Justice's house. Like, it shouldn't be the Department of Education's job to say, like, hey, we need to make sure that rapes aren't happening. Guess what? Rapes shouldn't be happening,
Yeah,
regardless
I
of what the Department
understood
of Education is
that,
saying,
Say, in terms of, like, allow colleges to have their own rape investigation things. I'm like, no,
No,
you need
those
to
are
take it to the
fucking-
cops. If
no,
some
those are
student
fucking-
comes to you.
Yeah. That's fucking a kangaroo court. It was happening here at the university. Oh,
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's unfortunate. Kill him!
Gotta
I
let
just
the...
always found it weird. I get it that victims don't always want to go to the authorities, but it's weird to me that a college would be expected to handle...
To adjudicate
an
that.
adjudication
Like, yeah,
process.
that's not what a college is for. That's not what it should be doing. It should
Right.
be like, hey,
Right.
either
We will get you counseling.
yeah, like, there's a few things we can do to help, or, or you go to the cops. Like, oh,
Like any other thing. I feel like we're about to have a zombie attack or something.
Speaking of zombies, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. Did you see the new trailer for Zombieland?
No.
Zombieland 2 is coming out. It's called Double Tap.
What?
Yep. Trailer came out this week.
I love Zombieland.
I know, it's a great movie. It is an actual sequel, yeah.
Yay.
And I thought the name for it... Oh, shit. Fuck me. I thought the name for it was fantastic. Like I said, Double Tap, that's a great name.
Yeah. We always just go. That's epic. Epic.
Wait.
Epic. And that's actually kind of nice because we don't know what happens in Zombieland. Like after they rescue and drive away.
Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, fuck it. I don't know what's over there, but
We're
I'm not
gonna
going
find
that way anymore.
Reach the gas station.
Yeah, but I think there was something, because it was like safe haven. No, where was that safe haven remark? Damn it, where am I going?
On the wall about the light thing. Excuse me.
What? What?
Okay, yeah, I can, I agree. There's some bureaucratic things that I think could be trimmed. I don't mind paying more for other things as well. And I think could be compromises found in certain places. As long as people are willing to do that. But it was interesting.
Oh, there it is.
Did get passed. I thought Mitch McConnell, he would have had a better leg to stand off and not bring it up with the whole how we're going to pay for it shit. But then again, yeah, you passed the $1 trillion tax cuts. And you wanted to pass more, but you had to keep it at $1 trillion in order to get it through reconciliation. So
oh, absolutely. Which, it's so hard for me to bash against reconciliation when that's how Obamacare passed. So it's just kind of like,
yeah.
I don't have a big leg to stand on that way,
We're all hypocrites in some form or fashion, but at least I can admit it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still not a huge fan of reconciliation, but
but I do like McConnell's new name, Moscow Mitch.
Oh, I did not see that.
Well, because he blocked those election reform bills by the Democrats. And
yeah, that's really weird.
Right after,
this is obviously going to help them get elected more. It's like, bro, no, it's literally just
no. It makes me laugh. I'm not gonna pause, but I'm gonna chill here and pour a drink because I want to follow up on that exact thought. It's like, okay, so allowing more people to vote is going to increase Democrats' electoral advantage. He's like, yes, and it's like, do you not see the problem? You're saying right now the only way Republicans can win is by denying the franchise to people. That's what you're saying right now.
Based on their beliefs. Yeah.
It's like you're saying that because of this.
He happily does that.
Well, he has the power to do so. They elect him to do it. So
I know, but that's so gross.
I also, on a similar note, it's like the same people who say like, like Facebook and people like that shouldn't be banning, people on their sites on Twitter, on Instagram and shit like that for like white supremacy and things of that general nature because it affects more conservatives and Republicans. And they're like, so the people that they're getting rid of on Facebook, the white conservatives, the neo-Nazis, the racists, the extremist trolls, we don't want them on here, but we're not supposed to stop doing it, we being Facebook in this sense, because they happen to be conservative. And more conservatives happen to fall into those certain roles. So it looks like we're banning conservatives, but we're not banning conservatives. We're banning neo-Nazis from the website,
racist
motherfucker.
Trolls.
And it just so happens that they're conservative. We're not equating the two. Reality is equating the two. We're just saying we're getting rid of these trolls. The trolls happen to be conservatives. It's not causation. It's just reality. It's like, it's not my fault that more Republican, I'm not gonna say Republican, I'm saying more like right-wing conservatives tend to be asshole trolls on the internet. That's not most, I think of most Republicans as like my mother, fairly grounded in the things that she wants to do. Not gonna agree with me on most things when it comes to social, but we agree on some things fiscally, and there's just some things we're never gonna bring up at the dinner table, like ever. It's just not worth the fight, you know? But, I love my mom. I'm not gonna say like, fuck you, because we disagree on economic policy, except for minimum wage. I got into a big fight with Connor a while back about minimum wage. It was really funny.
What were the sides? I'm curious.
Me on no minimum wage, and him like the highest it could possibly go.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll have to save this argument for another time.
Well, here's the thing. It's just like once you start it, then you're basically dictating to the market what the price of something should be. Now, of course, if people did turn around and we had like robber barons basically paying people 30 cents, yes, that's slave wages, but at the same time, that's not going to happen because guess what? Nobody could afford to buy a car if they're getting paid 30 cents on the hour if your car is being sold at $50,000.
Yeah.
Now we can get deeper into like a wage. We can get deeper into like a wage gap and shit like that, where it's just like only the rich can afford shit. Like there's conversations to be had about that, but we weren't getting into those conversations.
Do that per se, like Mexico. There's a reason why the United States barely makes anything anymore is because people don't want to pay the workers that much.
Oh, absolutely.
So where there's no whoa, that's not good. It's not. There's something. It's gonna come after you. You just need to go run.
No, it's just sounds. There's nothing here yet. It's fine. But yeah, it's like, that's my biggest complaint, is just like, nah, it's fine. It's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, made in America. And I'm like, guess what, motherfucker? You're not buying anything made in America, okay? Because you're too cheap to do it.
MAGA hats aren't even made in America. Nothing Trump is made in America. It's all made in probably Indonesia or China.
You know what?
Maybe Taiwan.
Hey, I was gonna use a flare, but it's unnecessary at this point.
Yes, it is. Because you already killed them. Nice work.
Thank you.
Good shots. Golf clap.
This game's actually pretty easy about that type of shit. It's when we get into the boss fights that shit can get pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alan Wake is tired.
So I mean, there's a reason why
The cabin on Cauldron
we
Lake.
don't make shit in America anymore. It's because it's expensive to make shit in America.
It's expensive. You want your fucking t-shirts, it's like buying something. It's like buying a good Italian t-shirt,
Do you want Walmart prices, or do you want North Shore prices? Even though it's North
here's the
Shore
thing.
prices,
Yeah, do you want Walmart, or do you want Hugo Boss? And you're gonna pay for the quality that you get. Yes, you can go to Walmart and get your fucking $5 underwear that was made from slave labor in Indonesia. Like, yes, you are getting what you're paying for, but then don't bitch and whine. That is causation. You're only willing to pay so much for these things now because you've gotten used to them for being so cheap. It works actually the same way in the newspaper industry. People have gotten so used to it being free on the web that they don't want to pay for it. We get complaints almost every day, like, oh, I'm not subscribed, so I can't read it on Facebook. And it's like, fuck you. Like, we pay people to produce this content.
Job.
Like, you think this is... It's like, this isn't free, motherfuckers, and we should have been breaking that habit 20 years ago, But
seriously.
It's a little... Oh, shit.
It's the same thing. Like, I pay for my WAPO and NY Times access.
Is that another fucking shotgun?
Yes, it is. It looks like...
No. Oh, no. The game's on easy, so it just... If I miss the first one, here was another one. But it just gave me more ammo instead.
Nice of them.
Okay, so this TV is great. This TV is great, so just...
It's freaky. It's got bunny ears.
It bestows immortality on those who
Is that the Twilight Zone?
Damn right it is. Well, it's not Twilight Zone. It's the game's version of Twilight Zone. I think it's called, like, something Springs, Warm Springs, or something like that. Night Springs.
Steep indeed. In Night Springs.
I love this.
The Twilight Zone.
You could sit here and just watch this, by the way.
It's not. But that is cool. It's real people.
Absolutely.
To change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr.
Yeah, we're not going to sit there and watch it, but watch.
That's cool that you could.
It's they do this. Remedy does this in a. Oh, he's still talking. That scared me. Remedy does this in a bunch of their games. Like when the game that came out after this, I think came directly after this was this came out in 2000, and I think Quantum Break came out. No, this is a 2010 game.
That's what I just said. 2010.
Oh well, what? Okay, I don't know what I thought. I thought you said 2013.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This game's a 2010 game, and then the other game that Remedy came out with not long after this was Quantum Break, which I think was 2017
That's just creepy.
or something like that. I know, that's the best part.
Something
Like,
bad's gonna happen.
well, yeah, because you see fog, and fog doesn't move like this. If fog's moving like this, you're in fucking Silent Hill.
Yes.
I don't know what that's supposed to do.
And my Shyamalan movie, like The Fog.
Or the one with Superman in it. Tom. There was The Fog with the dude who played in Smallville, the Superman in Smallville, and that was one of my favorite movies of all time because it was such a shit movie. But I would watch it, and there was a shower scene with Superman from Smallville, and then I would watch it as I was going to bed. I was like, yeah, that's a good scene, and then I would go to sleep with it playing.
Nice.
I need to get back into that habit because it used to help me sleep better. Oh, look at all this fucking ammo.
I watch ASMR movies.
Well, you know what I'm actually watching? You know what I was actually watching the reason I was late for this is because I'm watching have you heard of the game Vampire the Masquerade?
No.
You should look into it because it's this entire game where you're basically cosplaying as a vampire. You are a vampire, but the entire thing is like you're in a human populace and you're playing the Masquerade, which is, to prevent humans from knowing who or what you are. And there's all these tribes and clan afflictions, and it's just a really fun game. But there's this role-playing group. They normally do D&D, But right now they're in season 3, and I just started watching season 1 of a role playing D&D game, basically, of Vampire the Masquerade, and it is fucking good, and I'm like in love with it. Oh god, what the fuck?
So on
Oh
YouTube?
shit! I need to do. You can come over here and fight me, motherfucker.
Yeah, you don't get to just run away.
Oh shit! Oh.
Is that him?
So here's the thing. So you know what they get to do now? They get to fucking like teleport.
Alright, this is fair. You don't get to teleport.
No, I'm a fucking human with a flashlight and a gun.
Yeah.
Where? Where is he?
That was good. That was good. Die! Oh, I like the nervous. Oh my god, reload. Good feeling.
Stucky's body.
Okay, so anywho, I do pay for my journalism access, but I do love it when people post on WAPO comments of like, I can't get in because the paywall, and then other people do reply. Yeah, people work for that, so you might as well pay them, or they'll be like, oh my gosh, shocked, you have to pay someone to do
Wow,
the work
I
that
didn't
they
get
do?
my iPhone for free. It's the exact same thing.
What?
I had to pay for my
serious.
iPhone? What? Shocking,
We
motherfucker.
technically all pay for NPR and OPB with our tax dollars.
Nice.
And donations. Anywho, I have a zit on my lip and it like hurts and I want to pick it
Oh,
up.
they hurt real
Moving
hard
on.
there. They hurt real hard
They
there.
do, but I don't like it there. But then also if you like pick them, then
When you pick it, it's gonna look real bad. You should just wait till it comes to a head and then
because
pop it and leave it be.
I know. Just do what every normal other person does.
No, a lot of
Oh,
other
it's
people
the
will pop it and it'll look like you popped a zit on your
It's too
fucking
shit, they'll
face.
dig it.
I recognize the
Or you have like a
I'd seen
sore.
in
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll have a
That's
fucking...
weird. What is with the psycho deer?
So, remember when we came into town? I don't know if you remember, because this was like a week and a half ago or something like that. We're having Deer Fest here in this lovely town.
Instead of beer fest, it's deer fest.
Because
I
it's
remember that joke.
the good old wholesome American Pacific Northwest town.
It is. That
like
was
Astoria.
Very Americana.
And the whole
America!
idea is like,
That's funny.
oh, we should play Deadly Premonition next. I think that might be our next game if I can get it to run for us. God,
Okay.
that game is great. I'm talking out loud. We have many hours.
yeah.
We have many. See, this is kind of what I'm hoping. This is what I want us to do. Like to have like 2-hour recording sessions. So we're burning through
Yeah.
these games. Like that's what I want us to do. You know, so we can get to
That's
like
fine. Let's do it.
fun and different games. You know,
Do it.
like I'm enjoying my
Let's
game.
do it, ladies.
Oh, there's a page over there.
Good.
Let's go see what this page has to say, shall we?
68th annual Deer Fest, right? Is that what it says?
I missed it.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the
Ew.
couple never showed
That couple is us.
things had been
Hey,
fuzzy.
that's you.
Something
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got that. Things have been- Uh-oh. So this is how Stucky got...
Tried in vain to process
Darkified. Yeah, possessed is a better word than darkified. Yes.
Yes. You've been drinking.
Only 3 shots.
then let go as
Only.
unrelenting darkness
Only 3 shots
A
in
doctor
45
only
minutes.
recommends that in one night.
That's what I think of that.
But I would... Who doesn't? I would actually agree. Like, come on. Be real here. No one's only drinking only 3 drinks when they go out and about on an evening. Okay, so I don't even remember what story we just left off with.
We were
talking
talking about people
and then
doing
Moscow Mitch because
Moscow
he's
Mitch
just that much of an
because
asshole.
of the election bills.
or that there'd been some kind
Yes.
of fight.
that did not
Deer Fest
pass
had
or
been 2
even get
weeks
up for a
away when
vote
we
because
arrived. If the day
he's
count on the banner was
literally
right,
the devil to the
I was
nation,
missing a
but
whole
he's
week
Lord,
between the night
God,
we
and
got
Savior
here
to the
and
people of
now.
Kentucky.
Okay, so I know you were talking, but that's an important thing. When we got here, it was
Understood.
2 weeks until Deer Fest. Now it's only 7 days.
Okay.
So we missed an entire
passed.
week.
Oh,
In between.
dear.
Get inside the gas station to find
Oh.
the phone to call for help.
This is the game
Yes,
saying,
you
like,
did.
Dominic, stop exploring. I'm like, no, but I want to go explore.
find
I'm not going to go
Tom.
explore. I've explored enough in this game. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yes,
at
you
most, oh, wait, is there something down there, though? What is that? At most, there's
Mitch
a
McConnell
fucking...
scares me, but the people of Kentucky are never going to vote him out because he does everything for
Hey,
Kentucky. 'Cause he's
hey,
like, "Dude, I
you know
put
what
federal
Kentucky
dollars
just
away."
did? They voted in for a Democratic governor.
It's true.
So, you know,
But
don't
Mitch
give Kentucky
McConnell?
people... All I'm saying is that they voted in Laura Grimes.
They did vote him down.
I'll keep writing.
How did she win? I need to go back and study that campaign.
Outside the story, there's only darkness.
'Cause that's actually really
feel the presence in the dark.
interesting.
Just now, I could see
It's really not. This is me in a time that I don't remember, by the way. It's Alan Wake. So I'm writing the
One of
story.
those 7 days.
Perhaps.
It'd been me on
Kentucky.
the
Oh, see, it's me on the TV.
crazy.
But
Was I
see,
losing my mind?
here's the thing. We had read that.
Finish your thought of Kentucky.
He was. Where did we read that?
The Taken stood before
The first
me.
one.
No, it's none of these. It's one of these.
Before I saw it.
No,
Then we
I
haven't
don't-
found it yet.
At first, I kept
no.
thinking,
We've already read it, but we were talking over it.
Oh.
Fuck. It doesn't matter. Moving on.
Oh. Yes.
No, but Kentucky, I'm going to say Kentucky was actually heavily Democratic until only recent memory, to be honest. Like in
the
the
60s?
no, like the 2000s.
Oh, did they go for Obama?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, okay.
We're talking like the Great Migration, basically. You know, like everybody says, like, oh, it's the Republican Party who stopped slavery. It's the Republican Party who fought for civil rights. And it's like, yes, the party who did it. That's what I was about to say. Like, yes, the party that did it. The name of the party was the Republicans. Guess what? It was a bunch of modern day Democrats, just as Republicans back then, because Democrats were fucking racist
Yes.
back in the day. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Southern Democrats were a bunch of
And
racist
then-
Dixiecrats and a bunch of assholes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking
and
at you, Joe
Johnson
Biden.
He was doing the second. I'm gonna shut up, dude. Ouch. Hashtag too soon.
Oh, hold on. New York Times tweet.
Yeah, I hate that.
At least 3 people were killed and
But,
several more were injured in a shooting at a garlic factory in California.
You know what's funny is I highly doubt that's going to be breaking news tomorrow.
It won't be breaking news tonight. I can tell you, as an editor who
true.
puts things in the paper, that's not a thing. That might get onto like A5 or something.
Yeah, which is sad.
The 68th Annual Deer Fest, September 15th to 18th. Games and activities, raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, and
Moving on.
surprise
Moving on.
competition. No, see,
I'd be
no,
very
we haven't even
surprised
gone.
if
We
the
haven't even
comment
gone to
got
the
brought up.
children part. Bucktooth Charlie's gonna be here, and Montgomery the Mystic
That sounds
Amazing.
creepy.
That's
Also
Phantasmagoria.
creepy. Agora sounds awesome. Now that sounds awesome.
The game
It sounds like a
Phantasmagoria.
horror movie night.
You want to talk about a horror movie? Phantasmagoria is this like 16. It's a PC game from the 90s, and it was on like 16 CD-ROMs. Massive games. It was live action, so it was real people in real scenes being recorded, and then it would do like the gameplay aspect to it in between. And the gore in that game, Nicole, was viscerally upsetting to me. It is so and you know how a nerd I am to that. So like it doesn't bother me in the least.
Human Centipede.
I did, and it wasn't even like it was just gross. Like it wasn't scary. It was just disgusting. It was like ew. Like that's not.
That still disturbs me to the edge of
Yeah.
tears. When you
No, see, it
describe
didn't
to
disturb me. I was like,
somebody.
this is not only is it boring, it's not even like interesting. It's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, the intensity of the Oh, that scared me. I thought the game crashed. So we called for help.
Oh.
So this is a ripoff
sure
of Silent
is.
Hill, basically. This is Silent Hill 1, where we run into a cop, and it happens to be a female cop, and it's a white
Okay.
dude like Alan Wake, a little hurt, missing somebody. Here, we're missing our wife, and at Silent Hill, we're missing our daughter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember the movie.
Please, I can take you there.
And so Alan Wake is now realizing that they were at Cauldron Lake, but the sheriff's like, no, Cauldron Lake doesn't exist anymore.
Listen,
This
We'll
anymore.
figure this out.
Because of a volcano
Please get in
eruption?
the car.
Something, or it wasn't a volcano, it was like a landslide or some stupid shit like that.
Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
Sure did, we killed him.
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me, and then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Just say no, I haven't.
I think this is the end of chapter 1. Because they normally do a pan
This
out
is
like
weird.
this. Well, they do
This
it
is
like,
weird.
weirdly enough, they do it like in TV format, is kind of the thing that they want to
Yeah.
do, you know? Because
To be continued.
for Quantum Break,
So
Quantum Break, which came out a few years ago, they did it literally within episodes. Like, here's an episode, here's an episode, here's an episode, and they did it like in this TV format where it was like, so here's Cauldron Lake, by the way.
It doesn't exist anymore. Oh my god, where's Alice? Where's the still cabin?
Where's the fucking cabin? Dun dun da 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 da. Oh, and here's the music that's gonna get
like this music.
copy struck. I'm gonna have to erase it after the fact, but that's fine.
Oh, bummer.
No, it's actually YouTube's really good about that. What they'll do is they'll hear the music and they're like, "Would you like to remove this song?" And they'll scrub the song out for me, and I'll be like, "Yes, please." Oh, I can go. That's right. I could skip this. Fuck this. And then they do this.
I swear my headphones aren't making a noise, but occasionally I hear it as something as if it is. But hopefully it's
Have you
not
touched your headset in a while? Move the control.
No, I've been doing that because it did
Okay.
actually blank out on me at one point. I was like, God damn it! So I hit the D-pad every now and then.
Yeah. But they did this in Quantum Break too, where they stopped it and did episodic chapters and shit like that. Remedy has a new game coming out next month, actually, in August. I think near the end of August. It's called Control. I'm really excited to play it because you have this female protagonist and she's working for like the paranormal FBI, and she's going into this house and like there's just all this random bullshit that's happening. And I don't know too much more about it because I'm trying to avoid it a little bit because I want to be surprised. But it looks really interesting. So here's Alan Wake.
You look much better with a beard or 5 o'clock shadow that you have going on.
Yeah, but we're back. Well, I'm not gonna say anymore.
Clean shaven.
I'm home.
Back here,
Oh,
Sonny.
we went back in time?
We did. I don't know if you noticed, but that chair loaded in while we were like sitting here, and it bounced. It was really funny.
No, I did not notice that.
My eyes noticed shit like that. So that's the weather.
Yeah.
Apocalypse outside.
It's raining.
That's snow,
Yeah,
my
it's
friend.
very much
That's
so.
not rain.
Oh. Okay, well, yeah, that's apocalyptic out there.
Coffee's on.
Cool.
He's a world famous writer, and look at this shitty brownstone they're living in.
I bet she loves it for character.
I bet this thing costs $1 million a month.
That apartment is huge. That thing is huge.
I love that there's no snow on our balcony.
I know that's weird.
Oh,
it's
wait,
building
wait,
up on
wait,
the
wait, wait,
edges
wait.
of your balcony. Oh, there's some snow. So you just have a covering right there.
I love
really
doing
good
this kind of shit. This is what I love playing video games. It's just like seeing stupid bullshit in the game. Why is this box here? Oh, it's the TV. That's funny. I know later in the game that the TV will be right there, but I was like, why is there no... I was like, there's no TV. Cece, your favorite...
your TV.
I can CC my TV.
Exactly. I
like
bet you
closed
just said that in
captioning.
the commercial. Oh, no, we gotta look at the pictures.
Oh, hey.
Because like, it's gonna be like, you know, it could be like
They're on your desk.
a Shining. Like, you
So
know,
she
really
does-
Shining when you
I didn't
see
think you'd
Jack
get them
Nicholson
done
with
this
the-
So our
she
wife
photographer.
does... She is a photographer.
Can perform all sorts of
I do
miracles,
appreciate it. Say our wife.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, there's two of us here.
I know.
Oh.
I thought that was thoughtful of you. You said our wife. There's people in that picture to the left.
This one?
Oh, never mind. It's buildings. I thought it was people.
Well, let's take a
I'm not
look.
sure
Let's see if
people
we
in the
can,
show.
like, fucking Picasso this out.
You zoom
No
in on
people.
that
No
shit?
people. No, I can't zoom. I don't have a gun.
What
Look
is
at
that?
this. Look, it's the fucking fuse box.
What is it? Oh.
This is ancient fuse box. That's why the flashlight's
there's a
right there.
flashlight in there.
Exactly. So we brought the groceries home. We went over there. I don't want to talk to her just yet because I think that'll trigger the next event.
Examine cover mock-ups.
Yeah, no, that's what she wants us to do. We will in a
Oh.
moment. Oh,
Okay.
I was not expecting that to open.
What do I hear that's... I occasionally hear clicking and it feels like... I'm like, oh my god, is it my headset? But I don't think it is.
Was it the door?
No, it's like the noise that my headset sometimes makes when I move it. But it's actually not my headset doing it,
I have a
think.
mom, so I've lived with a woman. No bathroom that has a woman in it is this. There's nothing here. There's a
No.
pill bottle.
No. Yeah, that's not...
This is
maybe
a him
it's
and
maybe
this is
it's
a him and
bathroom
hers.
and-
No, this is the him and no.
maybe
This
there's a second- Well,
let's
I
go
know,
fi-
but maybe
let's-
there's a second bathroom
let's
that
go
she
find it.
uses.
There is not. This is the master.
That was the only acceptable reason, is that there's another bathroom that she uses. Because you're correct. That is like.
Look how
no,
Look how
it's
stupid
my
this is.
bathroom.
Look at all that. I've seen your
Full
bathroom,
shelf.
but here's the thing. Look at all that
My bathroom's
wasted
lovely.
space. Look, but you have a lot of things on your counters. Like that's all I'm getting. I'm not
Yes.
saying it's like disorderly or
Yes,
ugly. I'm
but
saying
it's
you have a
well
bunch of shit.
organized. But yes, I lie. I have a his and hers bathroom, and I lined the whole thing with just me.
But look at all this wasted space where you see where this like little cutout is right here to make the circle. Look at all that fucking wasted space.
Yes.
That's
I would
dumb.
agree.
And look at this giant ass candle.
That's for like
I'm gonna stick it in Alan Wake's ass.
because people think like
Can I eat
also,
these pills?
Why is the washer machine? Why is there a washer machine in the bathroom but no dryer?
That's the legitimate. Well, I think this is. You know what? Either
It's a
way, I was
washing
about to say I think it's a dryer actually because of those rumbles down there.
And
But your
why
point
is the
remains
toilet
valid.
so far away from the toilet? because
because you don't want
you run out of toilet paper while you're on the toilet.
Yeah, but you don't want shit to get on your toilet paper, so you don't keep it near the toilet.
You can keep it covered up near the toilet.
Yeah, but they don't have anything in here near the toilet to keep it covered up with.
Well, then I guess they have to really watch their toilet paper consumption.
See? Yes, exactly. Look at this tub. I like this, actually. It almost looks like stair stepping.
That's a really nice tub.
It's a very tiny tub. Exactly. We came to that conclusion identically. We're just like, it's a very tiny tub. So.
Ooh, that's a big apartment, though. I like that thing in the hallway.
This? You know what? I'm not a big. You know. I'm not a big fan of wood. Like I prefer steel, glass.
I did know that.
Things. I
yeah.
like
dark wood.
No, I don't like wood at all. Like this would need to be metal. This would need to be pure metal.
That's what she said. Hey.
I was wondering because you didn't say when I said I don't like wood, and I was waiting for a joke from you, but I think I kept talking too fast. So, but you know what I do like about this architecturally is that it floats.
Yeah. That's what I just said. I like the floating shelf thing.
I like that it floats. Okay, so do we need to be in here then?
Fake flowers. Those have to be fake flowers. Hey, there's your book.
Return to sender.
Return to sender.
So this is what she wants me to look at. So let's go talk to her then real quick. Let's go talk to her real quick.
No such number. Ba-dum. No such soul. Your power bill must be hella expensive. Every light in the apartment is on.
Remember?
I know she's dark.
What is that? What is that? Fear of the night? It's not agoraphobia. No, agoraphobic means you're too afraid to go outside, right?
No, agoraphobic. Agora.
Oh, thank you.
You're afraid of everything outside.
Well, she's not afraid of anything outside. She's afraid of the dark.
Right. So there's a different name for someone who's
that's
phobia of the dark.
Well, that's what I was asking. So it's not agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is
no.
Can you look that up? That's going to bother me.
I am googling that as we speak.
Thank you. I'm going to look at these hideous sunflowers.
Of the dark.
It's going to say, do you wish to read?
Nyctophobia is a phobia characterized by a severe fear of the dark.
Nyctophobia?
Nyctophobia.
I've never heard of that. Wow.
Or nyctophobia, whatever you want to say it.
No, I think you're right, Nycto. I've never heard of that phrase before. Where does this go? That's locked. I like that this closet door is locked. What are you keeping in there, wife? Is that your dildo closet? What's in there? Tell me.
You shouldn't lock that up because, like, if you want a healthy sex life,
you don't put the dildos in there. Don't put the dildos in there. I want to use the dildos.
Back
Sorry.
to some news things because I want to get your take on some of these things.
Oh my God, we've so gotten away from that.
Really good.
We have, but this is the point of these things. This is kind of like pop culture conspiracy theory, but I kind of wanted to just bring it up. Epstein's suicide watch.
You know what? I don't even really know what to talk about when it comes to that. See, why? Like, because I refuse to accept the idea. I refuse on the basic premise that I don't think the Clintons are a mafia family, that they're out there like Seth Rich, out of DC. Like, really? Like they're gonna murder a DC intern because apparently he was gonna bring down the entire agenda. Get fucked, nerds. Like that's
so bad for their family. Yeah, seriously.
Like get out of here. That's nonsense.
Seriously. But I was just joking about that one. But also someone I know put a meme of that, and he's probably joking. But I'm like, dude, people actually see that and run with it. But I think it's interesting that Epstein was injured in prison and now he's put on suicide watch. Bro, it's dark.
Alan,
Save her.
please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power
Why is she
outage.
not with you?
I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
No.
Blinder. Show her your penis.
Don't worry.
That
We'll
might
just break
blind
out
her.
the candles.
I don't know. I can't see. I was about to say Alan Wake either has the biggest dick or the smallest dick. It's not average. It's one of the.
Apartment.
It's a great apartment. It just has horrible furnishings.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay.
Well, there once was this woman who sucked my dick, and her name was my wife.
The dark really spooked me
The
too.
end.
When it got
Or
really
is
bad,
it?
My mom gave me this.
So hold on.
green
Pay
light
attention to
switch.
this. This is important.
The clicker.
She called it the clicker.
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll
Of
help.
course
you.
he had it.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
He's
I
serious.
love you.
This is romantic.
He's actually super serious, and that thing's really fucking important.
Yep, nice. You have a magic clicker because your mom gave it to you.
Well, because he was also afraid of the dark.
Yep, get it on time. Yeah.
There is no better time to get it on than the dead of winter. I'm not lying. Like, when a snowstorm is happening... When a snowstorm is happening, like, that's a great time to get romantic and snuggly.
I'll take your word for it.
You've never had sex while it was snowing outside?
Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
No.
So you just avoid having sex in the winter? Like...
I'm okay. My head's fine.
No, I'm not opposed to it.
I'm just really confused that you've never had sex while it was snowing outside. Like, I don't...
It doesn't snow that often in Oregon.
I don't think you have a concussion.
I guess, but like, holy shit.
Been through quite a shock.
We need to get you up to like Alaska or something, just so you can have sex while it's snowing.
In winter.
It didn't have to be in winter, just while it's snowing.
If the pain gets any
Well, maybe.
worse or you experience any other
Okay.
symptoms,
Well, it'd have
you
to
should
be in
come see
winter.
me.
I think Alaska is
I'll
actually
let you
pretty
get on
lovely in the
with it.
summer, from what I hear.
Well, Alaska's also like a desert during the summer, so I guess it doesn't matter, but...
I'm sure she can locate your wife.
Anywho,
So this is the cool
moving
thing
on.
about this town is that like there's an actual on-call doctor who came to see me at the sheriff's office. And he's like, I think you have a
Oh,
concussion.
cool.
And Alan Wake's like, no, I'm
I would
totally
think
fine.
so.
So there's a premise here
Yeah,
that
but-
Alan Wake may be suffering from mental damage.
Oh,
I'm sorry you had to
possible.
cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's
He brought his
a beauty,
fishing?
ain't she?
He went fishing, then he was told to come in and see me.
Yeah, but
Believe that coming
you
from an
put
old
that in an
fisherman like
ice
me.
box and you
But she's
leave it there
right
until
up
you're ready
there.
to deal
Now,
with it. 'cause
she's
now it's
a
just rotting.
largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure.
Um,
Now, if you want
okay,
either trout or
so,
salmon on the
just
other
want to throw out the
hand,
absolute
then
thing.
So
about
I
it
think
really
I think
interesting,
I think he
and
got
it's weird.
I think no, you know what? Odds are he tried to commit suicide. Odds are he tried to commit suicide.
I suppose.
There are
I
equal
honestly
odds.
agree.
No, it can't be odds. Odds are 60-40 he tried to commit suicide. He's also a
I
fucking
agree, 'cause I
child
think he could stick
molester.
it in jail.
And people
Take your word
aren't
for it, Doc.
people aren't kind to child molesters.
Prison.
And
Even
you know,
Go down the
people in
corridor.
prison have standards.
well that's what I'm saying. Like, well no, it's just that weirdly enough, and there's, you know, obviously it's a fucking stereotype, like, oh, all
That's what
child
I mean,
molesters
like,
are
it's
murdered.
Weirdly enough that they.
But there's still enough truth in the
draw
matter
lines at
that,
that.
yeah, they're like, no. Like, you can murder people. You can murder the kid.
I will kill him.
But you put your body in that kid, you know, we're going to have some fucking words.
Yeah, and by words I mean you're gonna die.
So I think I can look at all of these. Look at all these missing
Yeah,
people.
but I thought it was a Morris. That's weird.
Look at these
And a raccoon.
developers.
There's a raccoon that's missing.
Look at that developer's cat.
What? Oh, you really think those are the devs?
Oh, this happens in games all the time. Whenever you see like a real
I thought that
life
was a
picture of
raccoon,
something,
but yeah, I guess
no,
it
it's a
is
cat. It's a cat. Anytime you see a real life picture of
Yeah.
somebody, they're not paying for that, Nicole. They took you and I worked for Remedy. They took a photo of us and they shopped it in here.
That's a wanted
and-
poster.
Yeah, and then they threw it down. That's exactly what happened.
That's
I-
epic.
I was
would
leaving-
actually love that. I'm like, put me in a wanted poster.
It's just a little tiny thing. Like, this guy was probably like a graphics designer, and these were like editors or something, you know.
He wrote the wall. He probably
Yeah.
did the graphics.
He
for the
he
wall.
coded the wall, and he's like, I demand to be on the wall, and you will put a prompt here that says I am missing.
Yes.
But speaking of raccoons, I left work the other day to go get gas. It was like 8 o'clock, and I was about to head home, and there was a whole family of raccoons out right in front. And I almost ran one of the small ones over, and I'm like, oh shit! And I saw it, and then the whole family was there, and I just let them cross the street, and I'm just like, oh, you guys are adorable. I'm not touching you because you guys are like vermin ridden, but
Well,
Come in,
they're
Mr.
also
Wade.
very, very dangerous animals.
oh, they'll kill me before I kill them.
Exactly.
Oh, I need my
these are
phone.
Huge. The first time I saw one in the wild,
Have
I
you
was
started
like,
looking for my
"You're
wife
much
yet?"
Bigger than I ever
My men are
thought."
already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
And they're
I'm
smart.
not sure.
Oh,
I can't
they're
remember.
scavengers. Most
We were
scavengers tend to be
arguing.
smarter than
I
the
walked
average
out of the
animal.
cabin.
I
The
know.
cabin on Cauldron
I also
Lake.
was saying like they're wily little
How did you end up
creatures.
at Stucky's
Anywho,
gas
so
station?
moving
I
on.
wanted to tell her what had happened last night.
I thought
but
something was
couldn't.
cool. The
She'd
Sprint
lock
and
me up.
T-Mobile merger.
You know, I guess I don't have a huge... You know what? You tell me what you think, and then I'll follow up.
Okay, so I know. I guess I want to get behind the premise of it.
Oh,
I
hold on,
know
hold on,
some
hold on,
people
hold
are
on.
against
That's
that
that's
because-
Alice right there.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who
Oh,
is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same
Who the
page.
fuck is? Are we talking to the mob now?
Cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't don't do nothing
But the
stupid
cabin
now.
disappeared.
For watching you.
Who's to say? I mean, we're here though, aren't we, Nicole? Our wife came with us
Yeah.
to someplace here. So who's to
Yeah.
say there's not mystical bullshit happening with real life bullshit? I forgot that happened.
Touche.
Otherwise, I
Or
would have
is
told
it
you to.
concussion?
Well,
Shut up.
you know, like there's multiple things here. I
Yeah.
forgot that was happening. Yeah, I would have told you to shut up. You know, I would have been like, what? But so
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
saying
yeah.
T-Mobile
Yeah.
Sprint merger.
Because I think people were freaked out about that because it's creating another monopoly. Because basically all we have is AT&T, T-Mobile,
Verizon.
and Verizon.
Which means,
Or
Nicole,
T-Mobile
that's
Sprint, whoever's buying which one.
it's T-Mobile. It's becoming T-Mobile.
Okay. Okay.
Which means it's not a monopoly, by the way. There's 3 major companies.
I know. Yeah.
But I know what you
So,
mean. It's another
is that
big
why
company.
but then, there's not much competition out there. I
Now,
guess is
what the
term.
other
Is that
the-
what people are freaked
I
about?
need
then?
to get some air.
Well-
The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
Perfect.
Don't mind Walter in there.
I need to go through this cell corridor. That's exactly what I want to do.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing. You're probably
Yes.
hearing
Yeah, you're hearing the I'm a monster in
that.
jail. So what I was gonna say was
I need more
the
light
big
here.
the big thing that is that a manuscript page? It is. Nice. So you can miss pages, by the way.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin. A woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped.
She was
She shook her head
kidnapped.
and laughed.
Or magicked away.
These things aren't in order.
Yeah.
We're now in chapter
Okay,
2, by
so,
the way. Do I
explain
have
to
all
me
of
why
chapter 2?
people are
So
freaked-
okay,
Huh?
so here's the thing.
Explain to
You
me why
kind of
people are
nailed it.
freaking out
It
about the
wasn't.
merger.
It wasn't so much. Yes, people were afraid it was going to lower competition, increase prices, give fewer choices because you go from 4 major market players. Excuse me, to 3.
3.
And
Right.
even the Department of Justice was like, we're not going to approve this freestanding. Like this merger, not happening just by itself. Excuse me, I
Okay.
need water. I have hiccups all of a sudden.
What swims in the ocean?
I wanted to say your mom. It was so natural that if I hadn't been drinking
You
water,
said it last time too.
I know,
My
it's
mom does
natural.
swim in the ocean. She
uh,
loves the ocean, especially if it's Hawaii. Turn some light on for him.
there's no lights here for me to turn on for him. Oh, maybe. Oh shit, you were super right.
Hey, you're all right.
I know.
You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks,
I needed
man.
that today. There's another fucking manuscript
Yeah,
page.
seriously, today of all days. I feel like you're gonna get lost in the
So my thing was, so not my thing, but to answer your question, yes, people thought there'd be less competition. The Department of Justice struck a deal with T-Mobile, which is buying Sprint for $25.5 or $26.5 billion. And the idea was they're going to spin off a bunch of their shit, including Spectrum, and be like, you're going to give that to Dish Network. And Dish Network is just getting it out of hand so that they can become a smaller but a larger, let me phrase that, they will become larger than they are, but they will be another market player if they can manage it correctly. The idea was like, you can't have all of these assets and still merge. You're not allowed to do it. You have to spin some of this shit off. So you spin some of it off. It's going directly to Dish because Dish is really the only one that can make any use of it. And so then Dish will hopefully become the 4th market player in that arena.
For cable? Or...
Well, of like Wi-Fi and television and internet service and shit of that general nature. So, you know, but they might not be able to do anything with it. You know, maybe they failed through. So that's what a lot of people are saying. They're like, Dish can't make this work. They're not big enough to compete, so it doesn't matter. Like, you're giving it some leeway, but it's not helping. And they're still afraid, you know, prices will go down or prices will go up, quality will go down, because that's what happens in a monopoly. That's why like your electric company or the only internet company in town in like a small area, they can charge you whatever the hell they want, and they don't have to do anything because guess what? If you need internet and you have to go through AT&T or Verizon, you get to pay for it, and that's just all there fucking is to it. If you want internet. That's it.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Internet in our area really is like, if you want good internet, it really is only Xfinity. I mean, Fios
No.
is out here, but it's in such a limited area.
That's what it is here. We have a couple, but it's the same with Eugene. If you want the best internet in town, it's Xfinity.
Yeah.
So that's another manuscript page.
And even then, they don't guarantee you speeds that you buy.
No, they guarantee you a range, and then obviously they say, you know,
Yeah.
these ranges are at a variable depending on the time of day.
Yeah.
Stood on the wooden platform of Lover's
Like you
Peak.
dickheads.
Ugh.
Anywho. And then I wanted to touch on the Cummings v. Trump and the Baltimore Sun editorial because I just thought some of the quotes. I didn't read the whole thing.
Oh, I read it. I didn't read it till today, but I tweeted it out earlier today. By the way, this page is from the future. Yeah. This is us talking to the this is us talking to
one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness I had come from. Seeing nothing to it, Wake thought of Alice, and his hands were revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of the Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, forced myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
So this hasn't happened yet. So we are I'm not gonna say anymore. I was about to spoil a big part of it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Barry?
There's your cell phone.
Barry's our agent, by the way. This is Barry. He's our agent.
Oh.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't.
No, fuck that. Alan Wake's a selfish piece of shit. Remember how I told you in the first time we recorded this where he just left Alice alone in the dark? And I'm like, this is the first point where you realize Alan Wake is a piece of shit. Like, this is no hero. Most of Remedy's heroes, except for in, well, I guess they only have a few games, so they're not the nicest guys, because Alan Wake is kind of a piece of shit. Max Payne is the biggest piece of shit in the world. Jake, whatever the fuck his name is, in Quantum Break is kind of a douche. I can't run anymore. I think he's dead. Oh, shit.
The writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark.
You can't stop writing.
Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that.
There's a reason for it.
The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is
He's
possible.
writing this as
I'll
it's
write the
happening?
story. I'll save her.
Nope. But I'll explain as we get further on, because the TV just got destroyed. I love the big bunny ear antennas. I just realized that those are in the background. This is exactly why I wanted to play this game, because there's plenty of parts where I'm just fighting bad guys and running around and we can talk all the way through, but there's moments like this that make for an interesting story, that you're just, everybody shuts up and it's just like, oh, that's really cool, like, what's going on with this?
What is that about?
So, okay, so...
Because obviously the darkness has to deal with him not writing, because he's saying, if I stop writing, then the darkness reclaims my world.
So, you're paying attention. I'm not going to elucidate that statement for you, but you're doing a good job.
Okay,
so
fine.
keep paying attention.
Thank you.
We have many hours to go in this game.
Okay, yes. Okay, so just the Baltimore Sun. You said you read the editorial.
I did. Holy shit. We'd rather have a few rats than be one.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
The last paragraph.
But I love that the quote I read about we're not going to sit there and.
That's it. That's exactly the last paragraph is like we're not gonna name call, but the dude who runs through bankruptcies, the dude who grabs women by their crotches, the dude who stirs up racial tension, and they went on like 6 or 7 different tangents basically.
Yes.
This is the doctor, by the way, that our wife wanted us to see.
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on
the psychologist. That's right.
Something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Hey, take it easy.
Here's the hero of the story.
Nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
Is he really the
Barry
hero of the story?
Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You
Well, he just committed
yokos
assault and
won't know
battery in
what
front of
hit
the
you once
sheriff.
I stick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all
See?
right. I don't want to press charges. Mr.
He's
Wake,
the darkness.
He's not the darkness.
I'm just, I know, but I'm just like,
me outta here.
he just seems like a cocky psychologist. I
He
mean,
is.
I love therapists.
He's
I
a
think
son
they're
of a bitch.
fantastic for the world. I don't like this
We don't
guy
need
though.
a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
So Alan Wake might be a violent son of a bitch.
The first time I was gonna say, I feel like that's not the first time Home Dude took a swing.
He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the
I love this idea. I love this idea that Barry thought that Alan was crazy when he told them about like all this bullshit, but he's like, "Oh, you've been writing a manuscript. I want the manuscript.
Tell me more."
Because that's how we both get paid. Yeah, exactly. There's a couple scenes here, but this is by far my favorite section of the game. There's a couple really good parts later on. Actually, there's a couple parts in this game.
Hey, what's up, chick?
Wow, I was just
hi, Rose.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee.
Let's not be a dick.
Balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing.
Have I not explained to you that Alan Wake is the biggest dick in all of Alan Wake?
You did.
At least Barry's a sleaze and he knows it, like...
Yeah. Yeah, who's Max?
What an airhead.
I don't remember what Max is.
Swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice
He just walks in
girl
there. What an
and,
airhead.
more importantly, a fan.
Thank you, Barry.
She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And
Yeah, don't
she
treat
was
your fans
very
like
helpful when I was
trash.
looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No, he's just concussed.
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someo's got Alice, and everything's just...
Anywho.
Look at his... I just want you to... The one thing I want you to pay attention as we go forward is his eyes.
But when you start confusing fiction with
Alan Wake's eyes.
What about them?
They're the worst. They're the worst program thing in this entire game. Because they sit too high up. They sit as if he's always constantly looking up in his eyes.
Yes.
Like
yes,
the natural resting point of his eyes is him looking up.
Or maybe it's him looking up and to the left and up and to the right versus I'm making something up versus I'm telling the truth.
No. Like if I could just get him to stand still for a second. Come here, fucker. God damn it.
Stand
Camera, work with me. Now just look at his eyes. They rest too high up. You can see too much of them.
Yes, I would agree. You see too much of the bottom white.
Exactly.
Moving on.
No one cares. The Colombian mammoth. So we were talking about what again?
We just got the Baltimore Sun editorial.
Oh,
it really funny.
So President Trump, for people who are unaware, came out on Twitter on Saturday, and crashed. Or, I'm sorry, and slashed at
trashed.
Trash is the word I'm looking for. The chairman of the Oversight and Reform Committee. I was trying to think of the proper phrase for it. Representative Elijah Cummings, who represents the 7th
Elijah Cummings.
Yes, he of
marched with Martin
of
Luther
civil
King
rights
and
fame, So he represents the 7th district of Maryland, which encompasses Baltimore. And let's be perfectly frank. Let's be frank. Baltimore is not someplace I would visit. It is dangerous. It has twice as many. It has twice as many people being killed via murder per capita than Chicago does.
That's a rough time.
It is a little bit rat infested, and this is what really pisses me off about it. That Trump isn't wrong per se. That Baltimore is kind of shitty. Okay. I'm sorry, unless you live in Baltimore, a lot of people are going to agree, hey, I'm not going to go vacay in Baltimore, okay? I'm not doing it. However, everything Trump says, and I hate that it comes to it because you can agree to it. You could be like, well, hey, guess what? Elijah Cummings, this dude who keeps harassing, I'm speaking like Trump now, this dude who keeps assaulting my presidency, maybe you should take care of your own constituency. Baltimore has this and all these other things, instead of doing it like that.
From a statistical
but no matter what Trump does, it's always laced in the fact that, what white person has he attacked lately?
No. Whoa, that's a good question. Besides Joe Biden?
Well, I'm not, is he even... He calls him Sleepy Joe Biden.
But barely, yeah.
So, that's my point. That's my point, right? It's you can't. You could say, Paul Ryan, he's like, oh, Paul Ryan failed me on this, but he says, one line. He doesn't say, go home. He doesn't say you live in a rat-infested ghetto. Well, he didn't say ghetto, but you know what I mean. He didn't
Oh yeah, no.
There's all these
you read the way he
terms.
said it.
There's all these
Yeah.
phrases. There's all these whistles, you know, and
Yeah.
you just can't help because he has a pattern of it. If it was once, you know,
Yes.
I would give him the benefit of the doubt because my natural inclination isn't to call most people racist. Okay, most people aren't racist.
Right.
They're just
Yeah.
not. Like it's
Yes.
just they don't get because most people are apathetic. They don't give a shit about your race. They
Yeah.
just don't care about you.
I
They
think
care
they have,
about their
like, I think
family and
there's
their
some
friends.
biases,
They
like,
could it's not
inherent biases.
it's not an inherent bias. It's a natural lack of giving a shit about other people. That's not racism. That's
Yeah,
humanity. We just don't give a shit.
Good.
Social
Good.
beings that are incredibly individual.
Yes.
So, but you can't because President Trump has continued to do that again and again and
Yes.
again with people of color, with women, you know. And I think the only thing he doesn't really
Especially
lash out
women of
against
color.
is gay people. But then his administration takes care of it because he has President or Vice President Pence.
Yeah, Pence. Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
I actually think
there hasn't
I
really
actually
been a
I don't
gay person coming at him hardcore.
I'll say it right now. I think Trump is racist. I'm not gonna hide it.
I think so. I think
and
so
maybe
in the terms of like from when he was younger, like the old racism where you were just like raised that way.
that's fine. I don't let me
race.
okay, that's fair. I
Not
don't think
like
it's
white
I don't think it's a
nationalists, I
malignant.
wanna kill
Yes,
the
I don't
black
think it's the
people.
malignant racism. I don't think he's gonna go out and shoot a black person. Okay. At the same time, I think he does view people a little bit. I think people of color he views a little bit more inferior.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, a little bit or a lot of it.
Well, it depends.
And, yeah, but I think it is. I think it comes from that old school racism that you see, where they just naturally are like, "You're black, ergo." you're
Yeah,
inferior."
like Joe Biden.
Or you're Hispanic, ergo you're inferior. Why do you keep doing that?
Because it's fun. Because I'm right, and you damn well know it.
That hurts.
I know. That's the whole point.
I'm not
So
saying against
when I vote for anybody but Joe Biden, which
It's Uncle Joe Biden.
Easy there, boy.
oh puppy,
Hey, Rusty, right? You run cabins.
Oh, there's a poor puppy.
Mr.
Why
Wade.
look at
did
his
you
look at
do
his
that?
leg.
Your hand, but mine are kind of
Is that
full here.
Max?
Actually, I'm sorry
think
about this.
I have no I can't remember who Max is.
Form from the desk. It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie. Okay,
Fuck to Charlie. I think that was Max.
It could be. Oh, shit, I
Oh,
walked too
now
far
we
away.
care
Hold
about
on.
a dog,
Shit,
but
I wanted to
seriously,
hear about it. Damn it.
Seriously, I care more about a dog.
Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got
Poor
lucky.
puppy.
You and I are going
They had
to,
to throw in the dog cry.
of course, you and I are gonna go up to Forks and hang out in a cabin that looks over like a forest like this. It is so relaxing. Like we don't take computers. You don't do anything. We go hiking. We go to the beach. It's amazing. So much
My
fucking
God,
fun.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Can we do that?
But it would need to
When are we
be
doing
like
this? 'Cause, like, can we do
no,
that?
it would need to wait till like the fall, because it's just not
Yeah.
fun doing it during
with
the
that.
spring.
I'm fine with that.
And we'll need to.
I think I love fall.
I do too. You know I don't deal well with the heat. It's fucking hot right now.
I have
She's my
nothing to
wife,
do for my
and it's
birthday
my
this
call.
year. because
Oh,
my
do you
friends
not?
are going to a wedding in
No,
Canada.
this whole thing. Listen.
On your birthday?
What'd you
Your
say?
head. I mean, geez.
Yeah,
come on.
their friends are
You
having
gotta
a
understand
wedding
how
that
crazy
was
all
happening
this
the weekend
sounds.
of my
If you're trying to
birthday.
pull a joke on me,
That's
freak
up to
me
you.
out,
I'm
it's
also
working.
happy if you want to like
Let's have a laugh
like
on Barry.
carpool up
Well, you had me
to
going there. Real funny, Al. You can quit it
let's
now.
check out. Let's check. You know what? Make a note of this.
Let's look into this.
Let's look into this. This actually sounds like a
sorry,
really.
Sorry, listeners. We're trying to plan my birthday between.
No, this is one of my favorite podcasts by Super Castle or Castle Super Beast. They do this shit all the time. They maybe not get this personal, but
I'm gonna put this B-Day Forks trip.
Forks trip, yes.
It's gonna be around tax time, so we'll just see if it actually is my B-Day time. But I think it should be fine.
Yeah, well, B-Day is
by that,
is
by the
fungible,
time
you
my
know,
B-Day rolls-
fungible,
I know, yeah.
fungible.
Well, and also by the time my B-Day rolls around, like tax preparation, you honestly shouldn't be preparing your tax return around the time of my B-Day, because come on.
Oh, you're
We'll try
talking
to
about
do
people with
this
super
back to
complicated
B-Day.
taxes. Man, I haven't seen one of my taxes
I
in
know.
forever. Like,
You should get on that.
no, because it's super complicated. And my mom takes care of it.
Okay, well, she's probably already on that.
No, I mean I pay
so,
yearly.
Moving on.
Yeah,
the Baltimore,
sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I thought the tweet was racist in terms of.
It's
also
just
what
like,
I don't
oh
like.
shit. You just can't separate it from him. That's what's shitty is that I don't want to feed into it. I don't want to be one of those liberals who go like, oh, he's being racist and that's my natural inclination. But it's like, it's not exhibit A. This is exhibit like X, you know? Like, and it's like, there's a pattern here, dude. Like, guess what? I'm over the impeachment thing. Let's just fucking vote him out, you know? Let's just be done with it and have our protest and vote him out and make sure that...
I think the problem is like, the impeachment thing, like, the Democrats wasted their time. They could have done... that's what I wanted to say from last time we talked about impeachment. Start impeachment proceedings. You have to vote to get proceedings started before you can throw an impeachment vote out there. So that's what I wanted to have happen.
Yeah, anyway, you have. Well, no, like this should have happened. This should have happened immediately, or it's not going. It's not going to happen. I'll put money down. It's not happening now.
Right. Of course, it's not happening because no one wants to take.
Then everybody needs to shut the fuck up about it and just admit that we weren't going. You know what? I'd rather that happen now than it happen in like 12 months.
Yeah. No, I mean,
say it. Be like, hey, we don't have the ability to convince these feckless, these feckless Republicans who are genuflecting to the president and won't hold him accountable for anything he says. Okay? So guess what? So impeachment isn't worth our time. It's not. Because guess what? Democrats could do what they want to do. And you know what? In AOC and whatever, they can all do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can file impeachment clauses every single day. Okay? I don't care.
Who does it.
Well, I mean, Al Green doesn't do it every day, but he does do it. This is the second time he's done it.
Frequently.
He's done it twice.
I thought it was like the third time he did it.
No, he did it once when... No, you're right. This is the first time he's did it since Democrats have taken over. He did it twice when Republicans were in charge.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Bless you.
Yeah. So, but what also actually gets me aside from the racism thing, it's like, dude, these are also your people you're talking about. Same thing with the...
No, Trump doesn't... Bullshit. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt of he's representing everybody anymore. You know what? I'd like... Oh, batteries, nice. I'm out of everything. I don't even have my gun anymore. They took my fucking batteries from me. Fuck you people. Where's my flare gun? What do you... Did you think I was going to make a bomb? What the fuck did you take my batteries from me for? Whatever. The game... let's do that, actually. The game does this... Yeah. I'm gonna leave Barry in the dark. Fuck you, dude. Just to fuck with Barry.
Dude, you're a dick.
That's Alan Wake for you right now, so...
No, you're controlling him.
No, that's Alan Wake making that call. Look at all this bright light out here. Look at all this cloud cover. Look at all the cloud cover. Look at all the fog, and look at all the clouds. Or all the stars. None of this makes any sense. Right? But look how bright it is, too. Look how bright it is.
Yes.
Also, my
You got a big moonlight.
No, my brightness settings are outrageous because I want everybody to be able to see the game. Because this game is outrageously dark. What do we got over here?
True.
So, here's a hot tub. So why? Yes. So.
Okay. Yes, he can't claim to represent all the people anymore.
He lost that ability a long time ago. Because all he's doing is. The Washington Post had a great story. The Washington Post had a great story yesterday, where it was just like, or maybe it was Friday, where like. The Trump campaign thinks riling up a bunch of white people and saying blacks and Latinos and immigrants, or migrants technically, are going to take over the United States is a good campaign policy because it's going to rile up his white rural base. And it went on for like 60 or 70 inches about the fact that, like, hey, this is a winning strategy according to the Trump campaign. And I'm just kind of like, wow. Really? Like, this is what we're going to do now.
What?
We're gonna stir up racial. We're gonna stir up racial sentiment, and be like, "This is what we're going."
Went back to this 80. Well, isn't that what Reagan did to get the Dixiecrats?
Yes.
Again, we're repeating the 80s.
Barry had never gotten
I didn't want. I mean, I thought the 80s was always a cool decade, but that's because they had hair bands. I could have stopped there. It's like hot tub time machine.
Boo to that movie, everybody. I think you need to understand something about me, and this is a real indicative point of me. I don't like hot tub time machine. There, I said it. Everybody knows it. Move on with your day.
I love hot tub.
And I know. And Nichole happens to have an affinity for that movie.
I love that movie so much. We have Reagan, we have AIDS. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit.
Come on. That was priceless.
It wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much.
Oh, I'm supposed to walk. I need to walk this
I
way.
should have gone to the cops.
Every single time I listen to that movie, I have to listen to.
Wait. When did I get my gun?
I have no idea. When you left the house, maybe you got it back magically.
And they had Alice.
Maybe you're
It's
back
not
in
like-
the alternate reality.
No. This is
Like-
present
like
day.
an AR.
Do I need to go that way?
That's augmented reality.
Or do I need to...
whatever.
Oh, look at that light flickering. Oh, it's not flickering. It's
Do you want
just...
to go to the light or the screaming cause?
I need to go that way, so let's go see what's over here. Oh!
Birds.
I know what the delay is. It's about 1 second. Because I screamed about a second before you did because of those goddamn birds. Okay. Is there anything over here at all?
So, anyhow, that's
So if you guys, I'm sorry, we were talking about it, and we went into a full conversation about how Trump is racist, and then I did tell you how we had a full conversation at work about how, like, we wanted to put that in our headlines, or we didn't, and I was just like, I quit if we're not going to call it out, like, this is nonsense, this is racism.
To go back to your way earlier point, that's how you call shit out in journalism.
That's journalism. That's like, this isn't, we're not sugarcoating, but we're also not making a point, we're
Right. You're saying it's a racist thing he did.
This is these tweets
some people,
are racist.
I swear, only using the N.
That's it.
Only say
Right.
using the N word.
Well, it's the same thing as them being homophobic. It's like if they say, faggot, like that's the only time that, that's the only time they're allowed to be homophobic is if they use that word. Yeah. It's like, wait, what?
Versus, yeah.
There's many, many more ways to be homophobic.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go in here.
Ain't just one, baby.
So getting back to that point, so he put that, we haven't even finished it. We haven't even talked about the editorial.
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
what kind of?
I'm going to break into this house. Hold on.
Oh, fudge.
So,
for Lover's Peak.
Yeah, well, I know where we're going.
What's floating? What's floating?
Dust. Or feathers.
It's not dust.
Bird feathers.
Weird. They don't land?
They will. But it's also here, Nicole. You're actually learning about game design. These bird feathers are infinite, and they will just pop in and out of existence as the game dictates. Because they don't expect us. They don't expect us. They don't expect us to just sit here and watch it. They expect us to go.
Those things should be floating much faster to the ground.
Are you ready for some more Night Springs?
No.
Night Springs is the best part of this game. You're the worst.
Some crimes are impossible to punish. That I would agree.
That's not true.
Anyway,
That's why. Okay.
The Baltimore Sun editorial.
Don't let me forget the death penalty. We'll come back to that in a second.
Ooh, yes,
Right. Yeah, there we go. So what I was gonna say is, it's so the Baltimore Sun, the daily newspaper of the Baltimore region. Hold on, I want to get away from this guy. I want to get away from him because he's loud. There was nothing in here but that TV. So the Baltimore Sun came out was probably an editorial by the editorial board came out was, I think, the most scathing editorial I have ever read by a mainstream major newspaper.
We talked about the last paragraph that I thought was just brilliantly written.
But it was the entire way through. It was slashing. I don't think I know of a better use because it literally was visceral in its reaction. And it was so goddamn good. It was the type of thing, it's the type of thing that we would have written in college, where we could get away with it in college, where you're just pithy and pissy and just angry about it, and you just throw it into words. And of course, these are very talented people working for a major metropolitan newspaper. And it was just like, I read through it, and I was like, it can't be this ridiculous. And I read through it, it was like, holy shit. And I'm generally not one to post very political things on my Twitters, because I am a journalist. I try to avoid that type of stuff. But I did respond. I did post that. I was like, wow, the Baltimore Sun has something to say about President Trump's recent tweets about Elijah Cummings. And I was like, because I'm impressed. That's great. That's what editorial writing should be. It shouldn't be this milquetoast, like, oh, maybe we should do a little bit more with this. It's like, no, get into the nitty-gritty and have a goddamn position about something. It's an editorial board. It's not a news story. You want to make a point? Don't equivocate between two. I'm sorry. Opinion writing really gets to me because you worked with me at the college newspaper. Like, if you have an opinion, have it. Fight for it. Make a point about it.
That's
Don't say...
That's one of the...
Oh, you just liked my tweet. I saw the thing pop up, and I thought maybe it was like a text from work or something, because it's a weird hour, so I was just like, oh shit. That's the point. So everybody, it's on my Twitter. Everybody go read it. It's good.
Yeah,
it is technically behind a paywall, but I'm assuming most people on my Twitter aren't reading 5 Baltimore Sun stories a day, so I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah, it's the same. And plus, if you want to get around a paywall, you read it from the site.
Nicole, stop. That's illegal. Please stop that.
Is that really?
Yes. You're defrauding somebody.
And how do they make it so easy to do?
Rusty kept coughing blood. That's about what I'm doing right now, as Nicole and I had a conversation a few minutes ago, everybody, about paying for the news that you are reading, and then she proceeds to tell you how to try to fuck over a newspaper. This is the conversation we are having right now, and she knows it now. I just called her shit out.
You could still only do it up to 10 times. Oh, shit. What the hell?
By the way, if you didn't notice, all the lights are gone now.
That's a lots of darkness. Who's Rusty? Is that the dude with the dog?
No, Rusty. Oh, yes. I think Rusty's dead. I'm glad you remember, because I was about to say that was our agent, but Barry's the agent.
Oh, he is huffing. Hey, to the left. Not the right, the left.
This is the left.
He's yelling my left ear. I mean, right. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, Tiska. Hold on. I need this page. We'll deal with your nonsense in a moment, but I need this page first.
I'm totally sober. I have such a hard time with my right and left. So bad.
So that, by the way, everybody, is about to happen. So everybody get ready for that.
Rusty! Oh, dear. Hello? Where's Rusty?
Help me.
Who's that? Is that Rusty?
Yep.
He got dragged in there.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, no.
Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I want to sit here.
Dead?
You know what? The way his neck. Oh, Jesus.
Rusty had found
That's a lot of blood on the wall.
It would help me understand what had happened.
Revolver is a very.
Yeah, do we have where's the?
Oh,
where's the
never
page
mind.
and what is up with?
Oh, he's
Okay,
alive
so
still.
his leg is at a
So,
very
but did you
long
catch
angle.
that? Did you catch that he read one of our
He read
pages?
the page. Yeah, and he said it happened just like I read.
It did.
Can we let the dog out of the cage?
It's this. It's this one, by the way.
But the impact turned the front of the building
Started
into
with the
splinters.
impact.
Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag.
Oh, so that's what just happened.
It didn't hurt
Until they tried to move themselves. Yeah.
the wrong way. Felt the
Oh,
broken
jeez.
ribs stabbing him on the inside.
Suddenly afraid
Rusty
to die.
howled in pain and fear.
Jeez.
I love these pages. Hey, Poochie.
Okay, fine.
Good boy.
Pay for your journalism.
Or
okay,
cheat.
where-
Everybody
oh,
else
read
steals
about
everything
my-
off the internet. So.
Read. You can only do it up to 10 times anyway. If you're gonna get it 5 through one way, you can only do it 5 through the other way still. Unless you kept changing your IP address, I guess that would that work. I don't even know. I'm not smart enough to do that.
Where am I going? In here?
But retweet. So.
What's next?
What is next? La, 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 la.
Oh, death
the
penalty.
trafficking in
Death.
the
No,
military
no. Death penalty.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Before I
That
forget
doesn't
about that.
matter. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
I have my
The Trump
opinion.
administration
What's
is pursuing the death penalty again. What's my opinion on the death
Well, hold on.
penalty?
Give a fuller detail of it, of what's happening.
Okay. So apparently there's some federal inmates on death row, but the Department of Justice has
About
not
60 of
used-
them, give or take.
60 of them. The Department of Justice hasn't used the death penalty though in about 16 years.
Since
I believe,
2003.
is what I read.
Correct.
Yes. All of a sudden, the Trump administration, Department of Justice, is now revamping the death penalty, and there's a few dudes slated to die soon.
No.
By
Okay.
lethal injection.
Do you know who those people are?
I do not.
One is a white supremacist who killed black people. One is a dude who murdered a grandmother and made the grandchild sit in the grandmother's blood before murdering that grandchild. Another was a dude who mentally and physically tortured his 2-year-old daughter. I think he sexually molested her before killing her, but I can't remember.
Understand how that's possible, even possible, but...
And then, so there's 5 people on death row. I'm sorry, 5 people who are slated for execution between December and January this coming year. And they're those type of crimes. You know, these aren't drug crimes. These are people who killed and raped children and elderly people. So I'm gonna point blank ask, what do you think of the death penalty?
I don't like it.
I was too late.
You know who doesn't like something? This guy doesn't like this fuse box.
There was no way to get the lights back on.
Because it has the lights.
Can I take this? Can I take this?
Oh.
So it wants me to be looking out here, but all I want is to take this giant axe.
Dude, Rusty's getting murdered.
You know what? I'm not worried about Rusty. Did you not see his short shorts?
About Rusty.
He's fine.
I'm worried about Rusty. Rusty
Well, no.
is not fine anymore.
Rusty's fine. Oh, look, do you see what's going on here?
I see blurriness.
Do you see the darkness?
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
If I step in those, it causes physical damage. To prove the point.
That would make sense. Ooh, nice. That makes sense. So Rusty is now... Well, Rusty is formerly Rusty. Rusty's gone.
So I'm a little conflicted. I'm a little, yeah, exactly. That's why that's exactly what I was, God damn it, you know me so well. Because I was going to start talking about the death penalty. I was waiting for my light to come back. I can just do it like this without using it at all. Just do that. It does damage, but it doesn't do enough to actually do anything. So I'm a little conflicted about the death penalty. But if I had to pick a choice, I would say that I'm for it. Except, you know, I wish we could be more nuanced about it. I wish it didn't have to be this binary choice, you know? Like, there's a lot of times that the death penalty is unfairly applied. You know, there's a lot of people on death row who probably don't deserve to be. There's a lot of people who are executed. The the Innocence DNA Project, how many people have they saved from death row? You know, because of DNA being introduced into... And so, like, exactly, so...
Can you still go there? Is it really, like,
that's...
one man is killed?
It's a fair point. That's a very fair point, and that's where my conflict of conscience comes in. Because I'm like, if anybody dies innocently, then we failed. But at the same time, like, I don't believe in it. Like,
at the same time, you have a person who tortured and possibly raped a 2-year-old.
And his 2-year-old daughter, no less. I mean, like a 2-year-old, yes, but like his own kid, his own flesh and blood, you know.
So it's like there's something wrong with you that I can totally understand the impulse of you just don't need to exist.
And see that's the thing. Like, some people say like it's supposed to be a deterrent and all, and I'm like, no. And then some people say like, you know, God and the Bible okayed for it, and I'm like, no. Like, your crime was so heinous.
Say like God's vengeance is God's.
Well, from what I've read, Nichole, you're far more like literate with the Bible than I am. That's not my forte. I've read that there is that capital punishment is okay, at least by Jesus or God's standard. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I thought that was.
I'm not expert enough to say yay or nay, but I'm willing. Maybe I'm not going to say I'm willing to bet, but if I had to bet on it, I would say it's somewhere in the Old Testament. Which is funny because the New Testament is kind of supposed to be like, okay, follow this thing going forward.
I'm not, I have no ability to agree or disagree with you. All I know is what I've read, and I think I'm fairly knowledgeable when it comes to that stuff. But
vengeance is mine. That's like what vengeance is mine. Like, you're not supposed to take vengeance. Ooh.
They're just people.
Oh, that's not Rusty? Oh, Rusty. Went like down. That's where I'm conflicted because there's certain things where my gut instinct, like when you talk about those crimes, my gut instinct is like, no, that human being, no, doesn't get to, you don't get to live anymore for what you did. That's not okay.
And see, that's
but also,
if we just admitted that that's what it was, like, hey, your crime was so heinous that you know what I'm generally a fan of. You killed somebody, you forfeit your life. Yes, there are exceptions to that, by accident. Especially like self-defense, obviously that's not your fault. Manslaughter is a thing for a reason. Like, hey, I hit this person in the middle of the night because they were crossing the road.
I think it should be a murder that rises to a certain level.
Exactly. It's a felony murder.
But that would need to be a federal statute that applies liberally, or not liberally, but I guess like one solid.
Strictly.
Thank you. One solid line statute. Guidance that is strictly enforced, strictly applied equally across all races, demographics.
But see, that's the other. Oh, I think. Hold on, Nichole. Is that blood? Yeah. Is that blood floating?
What? No.
That blood. I think it's floating. I think it's floating.
No.
Hold on. I think it's floating.
You're bullshitting me.
No, look at that blood. I think it's floating above the ground.
I don't see it's. No, it's on wood. I see that.
But, like, it's a straight shot from the wood. I think it's floating. But it doesn't matter.
If it's floating, it would cast a shadow.
I wonder if the physics would give you that.
Should.
It should,
With
but if it's...
light on it.
Oh, does this look super shitty on your screen, too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks blurry, but I think it's because the fog is supposed to be coming in. And
yeah, no, it looks super blurry on my screen, too. Like, it looks off. Oh.
I thought that was on purpose.
Oh, hello.
Ugh.
It's also just an old game. Where's what's his fuck?
Where's Rusty? Where's the dog?
Well, his cage is turned over.
Come on, you can't fuck with the dog. Uh-oh, that sounded like Rusty.
It sure did. So, what's this?
Is only permitted for those prisoners who purchase a part.
There he is.
Where is he? Oh shit.
At all times.
Sorry, Rusty. Rusty, I don't want to do this, Rusty. Oh, see, now he's disappearing.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, that's not fair.
Well, yeah, it's the game's way of saying, like, oh, we're going to introduce difficulty by having these humans controlled by the darkness fucking teleport. Like we're playing Portal over here.
The darkness is all magic.
It's like, okay, Goku, calm down.
So yeah, I just have a hard, but because that doesn't happen with the death penalty, I can't give it 100% support.
That's where, like, I fall just on the opposite edge of you, where it's just like, I still think there's enough people.
Go on. Come on.
I'm trying. Got him.
He's free now. His
No.
soul can rest. Ooh. More. Okay, continue.
So, I mean, well, it's hard for me to continue as I'm sitting here fighting these fights. So that's the point. Oops, I need that guy. There we go. Got him. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Is like, I'm just on the other half of you, where it's just like, you're at like 49% and I'm at 51%. You know, it's just kind of like, there's just enough people that I think should be put to death that it's just like, yes, we do risk the odds of fucking somebody else over.
Well, that's why I'm fucking them over. That's, you don't get
It's
that.
death.
Also,
It's
I have a problem with doing it humanely, because obviously we're running out of the lethal injection drugs.
We're not running out of the lethal injection. People just don't want to.
We're out, right?
No, people just don't want to sell it to us anymore.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, and so
because we're using drugs that are meant to help people. Well, we're using drugs that are meant to help people, and then we're using them to kill people. And pharmaceutical companies are getting backlash from people, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't be doing this anymore.
Sorry, no.
Barry, calm down. Barry.
But I also have a question.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this sounds kind of like, what's the word? Heinous, desensitive, insensitive? I don't know. But
no, I like desensitive.
Yeah, I know, insensitive. When is like shooting someone in the head painless? I mean, like painful. Like,
well, no, I'm all for it. But see, like shooting squads, I could see being painful. A bullet to the head, point blank, you're dead instantaneously. Like you blow out. You know. Nichole?
Yeah.
sometimes we disagree on certain things. I'm a little more moderate than you, but I think on that point, weirdly enough, we have a consensus where I'm the same. I'm absolutely for it. I'm happy to be there, like, guillotine them, put a blindfold over them, because their heads are gone. They die instantly. There's nothing left to it, you know? A bullet to the head.
It's just morbid.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about, like, a classical, like, I'm not talking about, like, a public execution. Well, I'm talking about a guillotine, but I'm saying not a public execution. I'm saying, like...
Guillotine. You don't pronounce the L.
Guillotine. I'm sorry. What I meant...
Guillotine.
Sorry, guys. Guys, what I meant to be saying was Gillette-tine.
Guillotine.
Dominic.
Actually, probably Guillotine.
Spilt that liquor all over... Shut up. You don't know that. You don't know. Go on to your next fucking story.
Nichole, but that's where I am. Okay, yeah, that's right. So I am surprised that I'm not really surprised that the DOJ did it, but I'm kind of surprised that they're just doing all this stuff at once. But it probably is just to rittle the base.
I think it's a little bit of A, a little bit of B. AG Barr is the type of guy who would be like, the statute says do this.
He's such a stooge.
You know what? I think he's a little bit of a stooge, but I think there's some institutional integrity in him. Now hear me out on this. His type of thing is that he's going to listen to the letter of the law with no moral quandary to it. He's not going to sit there and be like, is this what we should be doing? Is this the right cause or the right action? He's going to say that, hey, these people were sentenced to death. No, until the law says otherwise. These people were sentenced to death. The law says they should be put to death. Now, there is something to be said about that it's an equal application of the law. But because, like, here in Oregon, we haven't put anybody to death in years, but half the reason is it's still legal here in Oregon to put somebody to death. But some moratoriums by multiple Democratic governors, and I'm not a big fan of that. You know what? Because I actually find it to be intellectually lazy. Because, like, you know what? If you don't believe in it, commute their sentence. Put your name to a piece of paper as the governor of Oregon. Commute their sentence to life in prison. Commute it. Put your name to that and say.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Because then you don't want to be the person who puts your name to the piece of paper saying that you want a child racist to not be executed. And it looks bad politically. But you know what? You're a fucking coward. So do it. Say, I don't believe in the death penalty, and I have the power of clemency. And yes, instead of, and you know what? Just like Obama did with DACA, and it's just a whole other fucking conversation we could have, instead of saying, I'm going to put my name to each and every one of these things, you just do a blanket amnesty on the death penalty. And you're like, we're just not going to put people to death. But guess what? They're still on death row.
Because he could have just pardoned every single one of those kids.
Every single one. Now, that actually would have been way more legal than DACA, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
Because he has the power of clemency.
A whole other conversation.
That's an hour conversation in and of itself.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to have to save that for another one.
Well, manuscript page. So that's my thing. So, if you're going to own up to it, do it. Just don't sit there and be like...
People would honestly respect you for it, too.
Be like, I don't believe in the death penalty, run on that, and I would like to get the state legislature to go against it, but until then, I actually have a legitimate constitutional power to enact clemency, and be like one person, especially with something like death row, where there's all of like 4 people on death row in Oregon or something like that. Right. You could you'd be like, I believe that this person shouldn't be put to death, and you could put whatever you know what? If the Supreme Court, well, actually, weirdly enough, the Supreme Court didn't. You know, okay. Here's the thing. Well, remember when the Supreme Court, the censorship question?
Yeah.
To add the question, totally legal. I don't have a problem with it being added. The way it was trying to be added was, well, you don't need a reason to add it. You could just add it because Congress is giving too much power to the executive branch. This is Congress's fault. Right now,
and
you know I'm a Senate.
presidents are like, will go to war without Congress approval.
Yeah, I'm a Senate fanboy. You know this. Like, the Senate to me is the coolest thing in the world.
I do love the ideals of the Senate.
The ideals of the Senate, exactly. The Senate now can kiss my dick. Like, fuck you people. Yeah. You guys aren't senators. There's no real good senators here. Like, there's nobody that I want to read. Like, I don't want to read. Well, fuck. What was the Pulitzer Prize winning JFK book? Profiles in Courage. Oh. There's nobody here having a profile in courage. There's nobody doing something or preventing somebody from being like kicked out of office or standing up against their party and doing something cool. Everybody's in fucking lockstep. To be totally frank, going back to what we said earlier, except for maybe Rand Paul, to be totally frank.
Yeah. But he does get cowed eventually.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not his fan. I give the man credit when credit is due.
I agree. There are moments where he stands up and is like, "Dude, are you serious?" But then party leaders.
Then there are moments, Nichole, where you stand up and you're like, "Dude, are you serious?" It's all about the inflection.
Yeah. And then Mitch McConnell goes, "Sit down, Rand."
And then he's like.
And then Rand, being the junior senator from Kentucky, is like,
"Okay." But that's just like. I just want Congress to be strong again.
But the GOP is really good at that, being in lockstep with each other.
Well, to be honest, so are the Democrats in the Senate.
Yes. Well, technically in the House, they'll eventually get the majority will stay in lockstep.
Except for when Nancy Pelosi calls them out, and it's like, oh yeah, those people who voted against the border bill.
Pelosi shouldn't then go have a sit-down lunch with Maureen Dowd.
That was a great story, and her pumps were awesome. By the way, that's all I'm saying.
Because when is Nancy Pelosi's wardrobe not awesome?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Could slice open anybody with that wardrobe. It's so sharp. She could cut diamonds.
I just want you to read this.
Moonshine Cave, site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. I think they forgot era.
No, well, because they
just could have gone throughout Prohibition.
See that you nailed it. There's an editor in you yet. Oh, is this a rifle? That's another shotgun. There's an editor in you yet. There's an editor in you yet where it's a balance. It's either the Prohibition era or through Prohibition. There's not the Prohibition.
Prohibition. No, Prohibition wasn't an event.
It was actually. It's like a 6-year event or 3-year event, but it's inconsistent as an editing style. Nobody would write that.
Yes. Okay, moving on. I guess.
Wait, were we done with that? Where were we?
It's 9:38 p.m.
You're fine. Just keep talking.
I don't know how to.
Or you need a break to go like relax, or like to go they take out your contacts and everything, and then come back.
No, I do need to like get ready for bed.
Well, that's what I was getting at, and then come back and just chill out. No, watch some more Alan Wake.
Go to bed.
Well, no, there's a difference between getting ready for going to bed and.
Uh-oh. That's not good. No,
ow! Bueno. I knew that was going to happen.
Ready for bed means I get ready for bed and then I go to bed.
Well, I say we. Okay, well, I can't make you do anything you don't want to do, but I say we finish up our story. Oh!
We didn't get...
Oh, I'm gonna die.
You're dying.
Oh, hold on. Is there a light? Get fucked, nerds.
You're dying. Flare?
Nope.
Excuse me.
Holy shit, that was rough.
We didn't get to the Mueller report, though.
Okay, so give me a 15-second highlight.
Minutes. We
got a 15-second highlight of the Mueller report. Go.
What is that thing that he said? I take your question.
I don't understand what you're telling me right now. Can you please repeat the question?
And I agree, though. You could see he wasn't doing it about being forgetful or he couldn't hear. He was literally thinking through his words so carefully the entire time. So
but you know what? But he did give off to the conspiracy just a little bit. Oh, we came this way, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where he said, I wouldn't have charged him if it hadn't been for the DOJ stature on...
Well, and then he came back and, like, I guess you'd say elucidate would be the term, in the sense of the DOJ does not allow for an indictment of a sitting president, ergo we couldn't even consider that an option and did not look to that as an option.
That would have been the perfect thing to say, and that would have allowed... I hear people... Shit, die, dude. I can't. Okay, so you don't know this because you're not playing the game. There's a physical rumble. When I am shooting him with the light, I have to break his shield. The light destroys the darkness, and so you see a little bit of an explosion around them. That's the darkness, and I can't shoot them until the darkness goes away. So once the darkness goes, yeah, exactly, because I'm not like see right like there. Yes. So once the darkness goes away, oh shit! See, I shot him by mistake. That was a waste of a bullet.
Oh.
And when the whole screen slows down like that, they stole that from Max Payne, which is another Remedy game. It means it's the end of the encounter. Like.
Oh, that's good.
So this tree was struck by lightning in 1937.
Cool.
There you go. So, okay, so Robert Mueller, the special counsel, went in front of the House Intelligence and Oversight Committee?
No, not the Oversight. It was Intelligence and... Maybe it was Oversight. No, it was Nadler's Committee and Schiff's Committee.
Schiff does Intelligence. Nadler does Oversight. Judiciary. Thank you.
No. It's Judiciary and Intelligence. I only watched the Intelligence Committee one. I did not watch the Judiciary. I heard the Intelligence one was much better.
Oh, I'm out of bullets.
Questions and less demagoguery. I told you were running out of bullets.
Shit, I didn't hear you. I need to go. I can't do this.
Let's run.
Guess what? Alan Wake's fat as shit. Now he's running slow.
I was curious. I thought I saw him puffing and puffing. Right?
Oh, yeah, no.
Shit. It's a light.
Get fucked, nerd. I have one bullet to my name, and it's a shotgun round.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, fuck you.
Checkpoint. What?
Well, because the light went off. Oh, shit, I'm hitting the wrong button.
Oh.
Hit B. I'm hitting the wrong button. I kept smashing B.
Hey.
So Robert Mueller gave testimony in front of the Judiciary and the Intelligence Committee of the U.S. House of Representatives, and it was less than appealing in any sense of the word. And I'm not going to lie.
It was very interesting to watch.
I didn't. I found it boring as fuck. And to be honest, I actually thought, you know what? People actually had a legitimate point, but it made it sound like Mueller had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. Now, I agree with your general consensus that he was being careful with his words.
Cautious with his words.
That it sounded stilted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I take this? Look at this infinite weapon. Look at this axe.
He didn't want to be there. I know. He didn't want to be there in the first place, and we all saw it.
Let's let that play.
Here's
the best part. We see this torch symbol. So remember the torch symbol that I showed you when you find secret areas with things? Now it's telling me what the torch symbol is. Because you're really not supposed to know until about now.
Oh, nice.
Because we're only in chapter 2. We've only been playing for like 5 or 6 hours or something like that. So he talked in front of them, and here's what I'm going to say. I never found it to be worthwhile. I never thought that he needed to talk. Because I keep finding House Democrats shit or get off the pot. You know? Say you're going to do it. Like Pelosi, say you're going to allow it to happen or say you're not and move the fuck on. Don't do this.
Yep.
Don't do this because it makes us seem like a bunch of Queaslings. You know? It makes us seem awful. It makes us seem like we can't...
The hearings were done. Schiff was
I have one... Oh, no, I have bullets. Oh, no. I don't have... I have like 14 bullets to my name, Nichole. Oh, Jesus.
I say kill the big bro first.
I'm about to die, actually.
You're gonna die. You need to run.
Is there light?
You know where you can get more bullets?
I'm dead.
Shit, dude. Yeah, you are.
Man, I haven't died in Alan Wake in forever. I feel like you playing Titanfall.
Oh, I was gonna say, literally join the club.
So what do I have? Okay, so the big guy is gonna attack me first. Okay, fair enough. I have a fucking shotgun for him now.
Yes.
Continue.
But you have 1 bullet.
But I have 12 bullets in my
So
gun.
You better make it good with the shotgun.
I mean, you're very correct.
Yeah, come on.
Fuck.
Come on.
I wasted it.
You did not. Did you really? You did.
He wasn't dead yet.
Stop.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay,
Oh, come, I gotta go. Yeah, but he's dead, but I have 4 bullets left.
There's light to the right.
No, that's just moonlight. You know what I can do?
That's moonlight?
That's not, though. Time to go. Oh, I tried to dodge. I tried to dodge it, but dodging's not easy, Nicole.
Oh, you're dying. Come on, just roll. Can you roll
I
down the
fucking
road?
died. Okay, but here's the thing. I know that that's there now. You were right. I just was unaware because you were saying to the right, and I was thinking everything you own in the box to the right, and so I was like, where am I going? And I was like, I can't think anymore. So
right.
everything you own in a box to the left.
The left. Maybe you should go after the lesser guys first.
Oh, fuck you people.
Dog.
Oh, I ducked it. Nice. Get fucked, nerd.
Nice work.
If you hit the duck button just in time.
Oh god.
I know.
Oh,
I know. I can't.
Oh god. I'm like ducking myself.
Ho. And they disappear, by the way.
Come at me, asshole. Come at me.
They won't. They're gone. I waited to the next checkpoint. Hold on. Can I crouch?
That's fine. I hear someone running.
I did too. That was the scariest fucking thing. I'm gonna hide in the light.
I would too.
So you were saying about Mueller.
Yes, I think it's the same of like shit or get off the pot, guys. I think that I didn't watch the judiciary hearing.
I think we've lost our opportunity to impeach.
Same. I think the opportunity was after the report was released because Mueller basically said,
here's your guideline. Here's your roadmap to impeachment.
Yeah, because he said it in the report and in person of like there are options for Congress to use other than indictments for a president who may commit a crime. He's like, here's your obstruction. You have it everywhere all over this report. If you want to use it, the only way you can use it against a sitting president is by impeachment, basically, is what he's pointing to.
And that's it. There's nothing else you can do legally against a
Congress. This is your job at this point. I can do nothing for you.
There's a page over there.
Can you pull out the rock?
I can. Where do I need to go, though? I need to actually go that way, so let me go this way.
Reach Lover's Peak. I thought you were already at Lover's Peak.
No. We're making our way.
I saw a sign for... That's not good. Swinging signs are never good.
And the fact that it slows down.
Also never good, which means...
That's really good, though. Like, as a physics design. Because how many times do you walk into a level and it just goes? I also find this to be a little bit morbid. Hey, look. Look at that. From the Oregon tree. Oh, my God!
Hello, bad person.
I forgot how to hit the button. I hit the wrong button. But I killed him with a headshot, so it didn't matter.
Oh, they came back. You got away from these guys, but they came back.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, you see Big Man Pajama? He's coming.
Excuse me, good sir. I missed the button.
Run to the light?
I'm moving as fast as I fucking can! Here's the thing. We should be in the light. We should be in that light. That's lights, the exact...
I know that.
Okay. I want to know what the fuck... Whoa! Fuck you! I'm gonna have to burn all my... You know, fuck it. Okay. So, Mueller. Here's... I blew him away with a headshot.
I do think that Democrats could have done it when the report was released, and they didn't need to bring Mueller up unless... I wish that someone would have talked to him more about the AG Bard letter, but whatever.
I just feel like we just fucked that up. Like, oh, god damn it. Okay, let's see.
I don't know if it's necessarily a fuck up per se, I just think it was kind of pointless, but what I did find interesting and kind of, and / super annoying was it was a Mueller thing, but we also felt that the GOP was nothing but, okay, yeah, all these crimes were committed, but speaking of the Steele dossier, how about that instead?
I have
And
3
like,
bullets.
Oh my god, if that had been the bad guy, they would not have been bringing up the Steele dossier.
But I also, you know what? It's just one of those things. It's optics. Do I think that Mueller didn't know what he was talking about? No. I assume that he knows very well what he's talking about. At the same time, it just looks really, really bad. More than anything, it just looks shitty. And it's just like, God damn it, Mueller.
It just looked needless. It just looked needless. And yeah, I think Mueller was being overly cautious, so he wouldn't appear partisan anyway. However, I did enjoy his pieces about the hacking and election security, because then you have him being like, it's happening right now, and leadership needs to get on this. All these departments need to get together.
We actually
fired up about that.
We actually had a complaint because
you have that followed by Mitch McConnell not allowing those bills to come up on the floor.
We had a story. We had that story. Obviously, that was our centerpiece for that day, the Mueller testimony. And we had a complaint because I wrote the headline that night, and we had a complaint saying that your headline gave Trump too much credit. Because our headline was Mueller, semicolon, meddling still happening. Because I found that to be the actual most newsy part of the entire the entire meeting.
That was, because that's what he got fired up about.
But people wanted...
Stop sitting there.
People wanted, like, no exoneration or Trump still under investigation. And I'm like, no. Just because that's what you wanted, Eugene, liberal readers, all of you listening to me, pay attention. Just because that's what you thought you wanted doesn't make it the fact of the story. It's not the headline of the story. The headline of the story was, I picked the New York Times story and I edited it down. And I was like, the headline of this story is that Mueller said Russia is still meddling in all 50 states to fuck with the elections. Regardless of whether that's helping Trump or Bernie or Clinton or whoever, he wanted to stir discontent. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter what it was. The point of the matter was they were still meddling.
Yes.
And we
can get fucked over in the next election if we don't do something.
I have 2 bullets. We're about to be attacked by birds.
Like, bad birds. I don't like that screen. Oh. Oh crap. Oh crap is pretty accurate.
We're fine.
Cutscene! Uh-oh.
Shoot him! Shoot him, Alan!
Do something. You only have 2 bullets, Alan.
Look at that fucking katana.
Your flashlight, Alan. Oh shit. We're about to be saved! Who else knows about this? Come on, is that older us?
No. That's just some military paranormal dude.
That flashlight's kid stuff.
Am I getting my mag light? Yeah. Oh, flares. Oh, we haven't had this. We haven't had this weapon yet. No. Ooh, that was weird. Frame slowdown.
You can see them too.
We haven't had flares, have we? We had a flare gun.
Yeah, you used a flare. Yeah. Oh, we haven't had handheld flares now.
Yeah, these are just flares. You know the flares you throw on like the side of the road.
Yeah.
These are those flares, and what they do is they give you. For anybody who hasn't played this, the flares are a nice buffer where you get a shit ton of them now that we have them in this game, and all they do is they provide a circle of protection around you.
That's
and
nice.
you're well, except for a lot of people in this game like to throw shit at you. And guess what? The circle of protection ain't gonna stop an axe from fucking hitting your dick.
It don't stop bullets.
It don't stop. Well, they don't shoot bullets at it. They shoot axes and cleaves and other things. So I guess at the end, like the Mueller investigation, super important. Mueller's report, super important. Mueller's testimony in front of the House committees, lackluster.
Get on your election shit.
But
that's what
it fed into a negative reaction. Where instead of people listening, and like I feel like it was one of those things where AP, like the Associated Press, was like, people had this and that to say. And I'm like, I don't care. The journalists, I don't care what other people had to say. What's the meat of the story? And this is why I'm really glad that our paper pays for the New York Times subscription, so we can run New York Times stories, so that we can say like, hey, you know, this is the meat of the story. That, you know, yeah, it didn't go as well as Democrats wanted.
Is a problem.
And that's what it was. And I'm just like, and so when my boss told me the next day, like, hey, people, she didn't pull me aside, but at our editorial meeting, she was like, hey, so people called and complained. I just want to talk about it. Because a lot of times we make our own decisions at night. You know, like, I'm not involving my boss in it or anything. And she was just kind of like, well, what's going on? And I'm like, well, did you read the story? She's like, I did. And she's like, I'm not questioning you. I just want to know what happened so I can tell people. And I was like, well, the point of the story was election meddling. She's like, okay. And I'm like, so that's the headline I wrote. And she's like, is there a reason you didn't go more with it? And I'm like, yeah, because we're not the Willamette Week. We're not the Eugene Weekly. I'm not gonna go full on, like, Mueller says Trump should die headline. You know, like, I'm not, what? No, I'm not gonna do that. And she's like, no, that's fine. My boss likes to. She's devil's advocate. You know, she likes to poke holes into your story, and she's like, if you're gonna put that's her job.
Out there, you better have a reason for doing it.
And that's exactly what she does. She's just like, I'm not questioning. I just want to know what your reasoning was for that. And I'm like, well, I'd like to think I'm a good editor. Yeah, I'm like, so I'd like to think I'm a good editor, and I like to pick the actual premise of what's happening here. You know,
you need to continue your game.
I'm just taking a shot. 3, 2, 1, cheers. You nailed me perfectly.
Hell, of course I see him. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story
that's
goes.
what I got about it. But
yeah,
I also,
let's move.
one thing that it is true. Everyone was trying to listen to that hearing for what they wanted to hear. I don't think anyone got out of it what they wanted. Because
well, no, and I think
so. The term exoneration. I was like, where are you going?
Well, no, okay. So we have a design center that does the newspaper design for us, and they had a feature layout. So remember how, like, we had to physically design the newspaper back in college?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a design center that does that for us now. We don't. Well, it's not, but it is what it is. I hit the wrong button. God damn it.
I was gonna say, is he gonna save you or no?
Yeah, I don't have a gun. He has to save me.
Uh-oh. Oh, you only have a flashlight.
I have a flashlight and flares.
Gotcha. You only have 6 flares.
But here's the thing. He can't kill them until I get rid of their shields.
Yeah.
But he has infinite bullets.
Good teamwork.
And I hate it.
Does he stick with you the rest of the game?
No, not even. He sticks with me for about 5 more minutes.
Oh, bummer.
No, fuck bummer. I'd rather have my own goddamn bullets.
True. Anyway, go on.
Where was I?
You were...
We were talking about Mueller. We were talking about headlines. C&D. The design center they moved over a centerpiece, which is fully designed, and they could just drop it on the page for us, and they could be like, here's. Oh, they want me to use a flare now. Yeah. This is the flare tutorial. So you see, they won't even walk into it.
Yeah.
I think I could just go, actually. Oh, I have to wait for him to do his thing. That's right.
Time to use that flare, bro.
I did.
Okay. So, go on.
So they I have to use all the flares, don't I? So they sent over a headline and a package that sent in big They sent over a big headline in like 90-point font that was like, no exoneration. I'm like, no, we're not using that. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I'm backed into a corner now. Oh, he killed him. Thank Christ.
You're not in a corner, you're on a bridge.
Yeah, guess what? Oh, well, now it's open. It wasn't just a second ago.
That's why he said run.
Well, you should have told me that. I didn't know he said that.
I'm
talking to you. Well, I'm in the middle of talking to you about Mueller exoneration.
Mueller. And they said exoneration on headline. Like, no.
The headline was in 90-point font, 2 words, 12 characters, no exoneration. Massive headline. And I was like, wait, that's not what he talked about. He didn't give a shit about that. Like, that's...
No, one senator went off on, one house up on the GOP side said, like, there's nothing in the law that says exoneration. The DOJ can exonerate everybody. I'm like, people get exonerated from investigations. Like, give me a break. The light broke.
Ow!
Oh. So yeah, anyway, what I got from the hearing was Russians are still meddling, and Congress was just for you to decide what to do next. There's nothing I can do for you. I can't just flat out tell you. What people wanted to hear was more Bob Mueller be like, yes, I think the president should be impeached. Who's ever going to say that? Uh-oh.
Nope, launch it. Thank you. Launch it. Okay. Okay, come on, dude. Shoot them, please.
Okay, let's start firing. Is he running out of bullets?
He has to reload. They got one of them. Oh, got both of them. Fuck you both. Oh, shit!
Someone behind you, someone behind you.
I hate this. You see the problem that I hate was this guy having all the bullets.
Yeah, I think so.
Damn it. He took half my health with that.
Ah,
I wish this light would give me health. I have one more flare. Got him.
Thank you.
What do you mean, see nothing to it? Where's my wife?
To it. You missed him for like 5 minutes.
Let's cut the.
But yeah, that was my reaction for the Mueller thing. Of like Congress, the report told you what you should have done. Hell, whenever that memo got leaked, apparently of Mueller being like, "Barr, you misstated my report," there would have been your thing of like, okay, he's clearly saying like the report doesn't say what Barr just said. I mean, you could have impeached Barr for some of this shit that he's done, probably.
This was the type of thing that who did I read? It was on. Oh,
was he the kidnapper?
No.
Was he the kidnapper?
He was the kidnapper, in quotes.
I don't know what that means.
You're not paying enough attention, by the way.
I know he just said finish the manuscript or she's gonna suffer bad.
Nobody has Alice, by the way.
What?
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice!
He knows where Alice is. He wants to hurt Alice if we don't give him the manuscript.
What? I'm confused.
So, here's the thing. We have been... There's a manuscript you're reading. The manuscript like this that we've been reading that is predicting the future.
Yes.
People are aware of that. People have been reading. This is the second dude. The first guy was Rusty. He read that page, remember? And before he died, and he was like, he's like, this happened exactly. This guy also read one of our pages. It was like, this happened exactly. So people are like, we don't know what's going on with this manuscript. But
so you need to finish it.
We need the fucking manuscript. Give us the manuscript, or we will we'll kill your wife.
Know what happens. Weird.
It's not weird. It's a tactical. Ow! I fucking hurt myself. Shit, I'm almost dead. So oh, so how do we get back up? So yeah, so the Mueller investigation or the report or the testimony was awful.
Hearings up.
What a weird waste of time.
But I also, again, Devin Nunes, like,
he's a good-looking dude, though. I'll say that much. I'll give him. He has a nice face. He does. He has a nice face.
Not by any shape or form.
You and I disagree. You and I have long disagreed on what we consider to be attractive dudes. So I don't like. Why even bother?
Yeah, you should stop doing that.
Well, hold on. Oh shit, you're super right. You're super right. I was hoping my health would heal a lot more than that. It did not. I mean, I would bang Devin Nunes. I mean, I wouldn't, like, talk to him in public. But, you know, like...
There we go.
What is this? Oh!
We were warned about traps. There's someone behind you.
I know, I can't... I couldn't do anything. I was in the trap.
Oh.
Poor unfortunate souls.
I just think it was dumb that everybody kept harping on the Steele dossier yet. So, okay, so stay away from the...
Are you fucking kidding me?
What the hell was that?
It's another fucking trap. I missed one.
Oh. I didn't even see it either.
I didn't see this one. There's one over here. There's that one.
Well, there's one right there in front of your face.
I see.
They're glowing.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? They glow and then they stop glowing. Like, so.
Yes. Maybe
So there's that one. There's that one.
To the left.
Okay. Who's... Oh! Shit. I have to just walk. Like, I can't walk.
No running.
Where? Where are they? I think we're fine. Oh, there's one right there. There's one right there.
You have to put your flashlight on it, maybe?
No. Actually, the flashlight doesn't help because it blinds the glow.
Are you sure? Because turn your flashlight.
Watch. See it glowing?
It started glowing, though, when your flashlight went over it.
Nope. Now watch. It'll glow again. Give it a sec. Video game. Don't prove me wrong. Video game. Motherfucker. Okay, whatever. I think we're almost to a save point, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
yep.
The news, but the whole Steele dossier crap. I'm like, guys, you know, everything that's being said right there was illegal, like, or not cool things, even ethically cool things were being done, and you have nothing to say whatsoever. You're more concerned about the Steele dossier. Give me a break.
Yeah, because again, the Blue Dog in me is...
The team that had how many hearings on Benghazi and grilled Hillary Clinton for 10, 11 hours?
I mean, do you want to make a point that the fact that an ambassador died?
Yeah,
I'm not blaming Clinton for any of it. What I'm saying is that maybe people had a right to have those conversations, to have those hearings.
They did, but
yes,
they're not putting anywhere near similar. What's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiasm?
Pressure.
For hey, our elections was hacked.
I'm with you.
If not illegal activities were happening.
Yes, Nicole, we're on the same page, and the word is called hypocrisy. What I'm saying, though, is that, like, I can't begrudge the Republicans for looking at Obama or Clinton or Holder and being like, you guys had Operation Fast and Furious and a patrol agent died because of it. Or you guys had, you know, what happened in Libya. You know, Stephen, fuck, I forget his last name and I feel bad about it, but the ambassador died. You know, like, that doesn't happen in America. Like, we don't have ambassadors get fucking killed. Like, we're America.
That's when we do hold hearings, like, what the fuck happened. And that's what these hearings should be about, though, of what the hell happened. They're not about what the hell happened anymore, though. They're like, what 5-minute speech can I give that can be used as a quote on CNN? Or to get my base something, a conspiracy theory to believe in.
No, oh shit, nice. And that's the problem. This goes back to what I was talking about, like the Senate earlier. It's just like, we had a story, I looked at the budget, we had a story on our front page today about Ron Wyden going down to the Mexico border. And I don't know if you saw this on Washington Post. He helped a Mexican couple, a woman who was 8.5 months pregnant. She was suffering from preeclampsia. I don't think I can go there. And he helped them claim asylum. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But you helped one couple. Legislation would help a lot more than just... Where'd you come from? Fuck you! Fuck, I don't think I have anything. I fell. Oh shit. Sorry, bro. So, like, but I like, it's one of those things where it's like he went down and then, like, of course, Republicans were like, oh, he's staging, like, a show. And I'm like, he's doing what he can. You know, like, he's going down and doing the things that are important. And just because you guys don't do anything because it's fucking, you know, it's your president. Like, don't give me shit for it. Like, oh, it's aggravating. Okay.
Well, at that point, I'd be like, yeah, it's a show to draw attention to what's going on here, and this is the only thing I can literally do because Mitch McConnell won't let me bring a bill to the floor.
Okay. Oh, that guy's close. That guy's close. That's okay. Whoa, shit. What the fuck? Why did they do so much damage? It's on goddamn easy.
I don't know.
Okay.
Continue to pick Mitch McConnell as the monster. That's what, I mean, Mitch McConnell is the most powerful man in the United States. Trump is not the most powerful man in the United States.
Mitch McConnell is actually an incredible senator. He's just not our senator.
Politician. He's just evil.
You know what? That's actually much better phrased. He's a great politician. Makes me upset that he's a senator.
Yes.
I have this weird love for senators. You know, where I think great men and women go to the Senate.
The upper chamber and
well, I've always believed that. Well, the Senate is where great. Yeah, the great. It's supposed to be like. Oh fuck!
Big Man Pajamas back. Use your flare.
There it is. I was hitting the wrong button for it. Gotcha, fucker. Okay. That's the problem. I was trying to hit LB for it, but it's RB.
Yes.
Okay. There was revolver ammo around here somewhere. Gimme. The Senate is where great men and women go to do great things. You know? Like, the presidency, yes, it's its own thing, but that's not, like, great men and women go...
Until Congress kept giving presidency more and more power,
Congress is where it was.
I lectured this one time. The president used to kind of be like, no one actually really cared what the president did, because he's like, you just represent us internationally.
Yeah, we do what we want to do.
Congress.
We tell you what you're going to do, and either you do it or you don't.
Right.
And if you don't do it, then fuck off, you know, like...
Right.
And so that's what this goes back to what I was saying earlier about like the president with
the TV charismaticness.
No, this is nothing of that. This is fucking Congress giving up its power because guess what? People don't want to take hard votes. People don't want to vote for war. People don't want to stay there and we're gonna cut. Yeah, people don't want to say I'm gonna sit here and cut Social Security. People don't want to say, oh, let's deal with Medicare, even though it's gonna go bankrupt in 5 years. You know?
Yeah.
Let's not deal with it because nobody wants to deal with that.
That's why I like term limits. That's why I want term limits.
See, term limits is a fantastic conversation for the very simple reason if it allows people to deal with these things. This is why I think the president should get 1 term.
Because like how many more are more active in their second term versus the first?
No, it doesn't matter. The reason, because hold on, I'm gonna take a drink of water.
Maybe a 6
President Obama had, remember his whole Russian hot mic thing, where in my next term we can have. Here's the thing: if you only have 1 term, you don't have to worry about a second one.
Yep.
That's it. I
understand though that you can't get much done in 4 years.
4 years, Nicole, is a very long time.
In politics?
In politics, absolutely. Nicole, we went in 8 years from never, ever talking about Medicare for all to that being the Democratic standard. That's 8 years.
True.
We went from having wars every other year to no longer wanting to fight wars.
Took their power back, then a 4-year term for a president should be enough.
Yeah, I'm happy with a 4-year term on the presidency and no term limits on Congress. I'm okay, you know, if we want to have term limits on Congress, I'm okay with that. Except for I think you lose a little bit of that. Oh, the hunting rifle, nice.
Veteran.
You lose a little bit of that knowledge, you know, a little bit of that institution.
I think, like, term limits on my thing would be like you get 20 years.
Or 18 and 18 and 18?
2-year terms. Sure. Yeah, 18 years on either side. 20 years in either office should be enough.
You can't do 20 years as a senator because you have a 6-year term. But
no, I'm rounding up.
Oh, or we could change their terms to. Senate. See, this is where I go back to the senators should having, you know, like long terms because they should be kind of inoculated from those things. You know, like. Yes. They do their thing, and yes, they're kind of beholden to their head of their party.
You should only be able to get 3 times to be a senator. The end.
Yeah, and you're making $178,000 a year, okay? Plus per diem, plus I almost lost that flare.
And they still say it's not enough to live off of. But
well, they also live in D.C., where $178,000 isn't anything in D.C.
Exactly. And I do agree with that. And they have to maintain a residence in their home state.
Now, here's the thing. This is... Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Do I have a flare? I do. Yeah. This is... Okay. Okay, you're dead. You're dead. Okay, you're dead. So this is what I get back to, we were talking about... Oh, no, I didn't actually bring this up. No, I understand. Now I know where we are. Oh, shit.
You didn't see him?
No, I did, but it's hard to move in this game, Nicole. It's a 2010 game. I can only move so fast. What I was getting at is that... Okay, so they live... Congress shouldn't be, like, in DC session all the time that they are. It's not like they accomplish much anyways, so they should be home.
Touché.
They should be talking to the people that matter. This is what I was getting at, was like... And I thought I brought it up, but I didn't. This is the type of thing that I'm like... Fuck it, bring Wyden and,
Merkley?
Thank you. I feel bad. I actually really feel bad, because when we were at DC, Merkley was the one who got us into the White House. Or into the Congress, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, because I told my mom, she thought, I was like, okay, Mom, you're going to plan our trip to DC. She's like, yeah. And we get to DC, and she's like, we're going to go to the White House. And then we go, and they're like, do you have a reservation? I'm like, Mom? She's like, nope. And they're like, well, you can come back in 6 months. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we went to a coffee shop, like a couple blocks down, not far from the National Monument. And she's like, well, what do we do? And I'm like, I guess we can call our congressman. And she's like, the Democrats? And I'm like, I guess. Like, I mean, like, and I never thought that it would happen in any world. And I was just like, whatever. And she called Ron Wyden, not Merkley. She called Wyden. She called her elder. And she's like, Wyden. Okay. And she talked to the office. She's like, well, we're in D.C. and, you know, we're Oregonians, and we were just kind of curious if we could do anything. He had one of his DC aides take us on a personal tour of the Congress building.
Wyden's office did?
Yes.
I thought Merkley did.
I'm pretty sure it was Wyden.
Anywho, that's still...
You know what? I guess at the end of the day, I don't want to give credit. It might have been Merkley. I apologize, Senator Merkley, if that was you. I'm a little drunk and I forget. But the point is, our Oregon senators kicked in, and 2 Oregonians got to tour the Congress building, and not was like the scrub tours, because we walked by them. By the way, they were like on the building tour. They were like on the building tour. Like, oh, here's this. The dude took us up like in the rotunda. He took us all around the building. Like,
so cool.
And it was so awesome. And my mom and I were like, and I looked at my mom after the fact. I'm like, you talked to a Democratic senator to get this to happen. She's like, I'm not voting Democrat, but I will vote for whoever. And I swear to God it was Wyden, but it very well could have been Merkley. I'm drunk. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point.
She's like, I'm not voting for a Democrat, but I'll vote for this guy.
Because he got us in. He listened to his constituents. Yeah. You know, he's like, hey, we're in D.C.
They actually do kind of a good job at that.
Well, because they have to, you know.
Yes.
They want our votes. Yeah.
Hey, Susan Bonamici, she has telephone town halls, and I joined the last one, and it was actually pretty cool.
We have a oh my God, I forget the name of our Democrat.
And I thought it was funny.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why did they get... No, they get 2 hits off on me, and I can't...
I don't know, the game's not easy. What do you want me to do?
I want you to get up!
I want you to get off your ass and start helping.
I want you to do anything other than what you're doing right now, which is nothing. So yeah, no, we have a Kurt Schneider or whatever. No, it's not him. It's Oh my God. How did I forget our congressperson? I'm the worst.
It's not the bow tie guy.
It is the bow tie guy.
You're not Earl Blumenauer.
It is. Yeah, thank you. No, that's Portland. That's Portland. Never mind.
Yeah.
Suna Bonamici is the coast.
No, Susan Bonamici.
Greg Walden is the eastern half of Oregon.
Everywhere else. And southern.
Yeah, basically.
He gets a huge. I don't know how they do.
Nichole, look up Oregon congressman. It's gonna make me sad.
Okay. We're googling because the journalist doesn't know. It's not DeFazio.
It is. It's Pete DeFazio. It is. It's Peter DeFazio. That's my congressman. That's my congressman.
So epic. I'm so epic.
Nicole's not epic. I'm just drunk. Everybody just remember that.
I'm accurate. I'm epic.
Oh shit. Oh shit. The goo is back.
No, I'm epic. So I wasn't even googling that. Oh, it's Greg.
You nailed it.
Earl Blumenauer, Peter DeFazio, Suzanne Bonamici, and Kirk Schrader.
What does Kirk Schrader does?
Schrader is. Let's see. He Oregon's 5th congressional district since 2009. I don't know
9.
What's the 5th? Or the 5th is the coast and Salem.
There we go. Okay, because I was like, what? I was confused on a couple different things. 2009 and the 5th? I know we have 5 congressional districts, but I forgot where the 5th was.
We do. Yeah, apparently that's the 5th. And Suzanne Bonamici Bonamici is also Salem. So, like, her and Schrader basically border each other. She's the first. So she gets Portland all the way over. Where's Blumenauer also gets part of Portland, but I think he's like East Portland.
I don't think he gets Portland. I think he gets, like, Portland suburbs.
Yeah, he gets like East Portland and then over.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to think of the congressional map in my head. It's a little shady, but
it's weird.
Well, yeah, that's how. Oh, manuscript
I'm
page.
just looking up as we go, and then Walden gets like everything else.
Well, yeah, Walden gets. I even forgot that he got Southern or. You know, that's weird because there's about 6 people who live in that entire mass. So, like.
I know. 4th district represents
us.
Curry, Douglas, Lane, and Linn counties.
Yes, that's me.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. And most of Benton and Josephine. So even he gets a little bit of Josephine County, but not Jackson. Okay.
Shit.
No,
Jackson is Southern Oregon.
Yeah, so it's Josephine County, technically. It's just like Grants Pass. And then, yeah, Walden gets that whole left bottom corner, basically.
Right bottom corner.
Up to the north. He gets everything. Right bottom corner to upper right corner almost.
But yeah, but it doesn't matter because that has the same amount of people.
I know, the same people.
As Congressional District 1.
I'm just looking, I just looked at the ethnicity, 89.1% white. 8.8 Hispanic, though.
And Nichole has learned something new today. That Republicans are racist. I mean, I joke. No. Oh, can I? Oh!
Uh-oh.
We're okay. That scared me. No. But yeah, guess what? Eastern Oregon.
The 3rd Congressional District doesn't have an ethnic breakdown, but it does give me a distribution, and 3rd is 93% urban and 6.8 rural.
Hey, Nichole, I'm going to elucidate you to something. Oregon, I can't...
That's a good word.
I died. Oregon is incredibly white.
Because Oregon has an incredibly racist past.
You know what?
Slash a little bit present.
You know what? I don't like the fact that you call out white racism. That's very anti-new journalism about you, Nichole. I don't like that about you. I think you should say that...
There's a tinge. It's infused.
Oh!
That's a bummer.
You have to help me through this, and then we can call it good. We're almost done. We can call it good.
What are we supposed to do? Reach the top of the mill.
Okay.
We gotta get you to the top. Get you to the tippy top. Puddle to the left.
Okay.
We're done with the news anyway.
I have news. I have just a few things. So, do you know anything about Fortnite?
I'm serious. Only that everybody and their brother does it, and people sue over the rights to the dance moves.
So the Fortnite World Tournament happened yesterday and today.
I do know that.
A 16-year-old and his friend won $3 million this weekend.
I hate my life. FML.
because they played Fortnite and they won a pool between the two of them of $3 million because they beat the duos tournament together. And that's all I wanted to talk about. I am disgusted.
Oh.
I am disgusted with life that two people who played Fortnite made $3 million.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I had to say. I don't give a shit about Fortnite. I have a couple people on Twitch. Oh shit! Sorry guys, I hit the mic. I have a couple people on Twitch that I like watching playing Fortnite. I don't like Fortnite. I like them, and they happen to play Fortnite.
I was interested in Fortnite.
So what have I started this week? I started 3 houses.
To get you to the top of this mill.
I know. I started the new Fire Emblem game this week. It's called 3 Houses, and it's a bit of a slog, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. I know it's an RPG. I know it's supposed to take a long time. I get that. Okay. God, it's fucking boring so far. Like, holy shit, I'm bored. But I also started Wolfenstein, which is great. Yeah, no, Nicole, I'm not expecting you to elucidate on it. Why do I keep saying that word?
Because I said it first.
Well, no, I said it like 6 hours ago.
I said it first.
No,
I said it first.
Teska, I have audio recording. I want you to be aware.
I hinted at it first.
That's fine, but I said the word first, so that's all I'm saying.
I don't.
Okay, now where am I going from here? Help me.
Anywho.
Oh shit! There's a big ass ladder right there. I missed this earlier. So so I've been playing 3 Houses, and I picked Golden Deer.
Okay,
and
it's boring as hell.
I feel like this is the type of game that takes like 80 hours to enjoy.
No.
So you spend 20 hours and you hate the entire game, but then you get to 30 hours and you're like, oh, I love this game. Oh shit!
Is this gonna happen the whole time? Oh, we're not at the top of the mill yet.
No, we're not.
Wow. Cutscene?
Nope. I thought it would be, but it's not. We're almost there.
The top?
It's right over here.
That's still
We're almost there. We're almost there.
Checkpoint reached.
Did he just call us a Widowmaker? I need to take a drink. So that's one of those things I wanted to talk about was the games that I've been playing. The other one is where did I put the liquor? Holy shit, Dominic. Oh, there it is.
You spilled it.
Shut up. I spilled it on your mom.
That would still be rude.
I also just spilled it on myself, but still.
See?
It went a little too hard. I shot a little too far, if you know what I mean, right? So I've also been playing Wolfenstein Youngblood. There we go. Because you've heard of Wolfenstein. It's a game where you get to kill Nazis.
I think so. Yes, I did. I have heard of that. Dave really liked that one.
Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein New Order are amazing. Great games. Wolfenstein Youngblood, awesome. I am playing it right now. I am bored to fucking tears.
Bummer.
It has all this, like, the same... Okay, so you have this great story in Wolfenstein about the Nazis winning the war.
Okay.
And you spend decades fighting against them in Russia, U.S., or I'm sorry, in German, U.S., and all these other things. And you have all these cool factions and all these cool abilities. And so they condensed it into Wolfenstein Youngblood, which is only a $30 game. So take that for what you will. But instead of having all the cool abilities and the story and the depth, they literally cut it in half. And they're like,
wow.
Well, that's exactly what you get for $30. And it's not going to get a 5. Yeah, it's going to get a 2.5 out of 5 because that's exactly what they gave me.
Put it in half, and so I'm giving you half.
I mean, like, you know, because you can get very fantastic games for $30. Sea of Solitude, Katana Zero, my friend Pedro, where you listen to a talking banana, and then you what does that say? Oh, hello.
I don't know. Make it through the woods. Oh boy, so just survive.
Got it.
Oh shit. Can you punch it? Really?
Nicole, I have exactly 2 actions. The flashlight And the guns.
What does that say? The darkness.
I'm trying to get a better
Darkness
view on
what?
it.
The darkness was?
I can't read that word. What is
Does
that
it say
word?
The darkness was here?
Hold on, let me back
Go
up.
straight on again.
Hold on, let me back up.
I think
No, the darkness wears her face. The darkness
snap.
wears her face. And the only reason I knew that is because I've played this game.
You know the story?
Yep. So that's actually really important, by the way.
Alice is gonna be the darkness?
The darkness wears her face. I wonder who the her is in this situation.
Alice.
You say that.
Obviously.
It could be. It might not be. Ow! Who the fuck? Who? Show your face, motherfucker. I have bullets. Okay, so, oh, how do I get in? There's a page in there. How do I get in there? Oh, maybe up here. No? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm sitting here, like, running around like an... Oh, shit. Okay, what else do I... Oh, the new season. The new show, the new show, The Boys, started on Amazon.
I saw that.
I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me.
I watched episode 1.
How was it?
I think it wasn't as intense as the show promised it would be. However, I think it's going to be good. I just was kind of expecting I was expecting more violence, to be totally honest. And I didn't quite get it.
Yeah, because the premise seemed very, like, dark.
Right? But I'm not getting that just yet.
Interesting.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
How do I get out of here? Tiska, help me. Oh, there it is.
What?
Okay, so what else do we have? We have that. I talked about The Boys. I watched the first episode. Guys, if you like watching superheroes being taken down a peg or two, come watch The Boys. I'm enjoying that.
Because that's what it's about. Kind of like the superheroes get all cocky and they're actually...
The superheroes in this world are owned... The superheroes are owned by Marvel. Themselves are owned by Marvel. That's how you should look at this.
That's epic.
And so they're corporate assholes. I need to go up here. They're corporate assholes, you know? They're douchebags. Yep. They're unhappy with their lives, as far as I can tell. Nobody is good. What else do I have to talk about today? That. We talked about that. Delete. Talked about Wolfenstein. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood this weekend.
Oh, how was that?
It was very, very good. Go watch it.
I thought it looked really cool.
It is Tarantino's...
I don't think it's getting...
It is Tarantino's sweetest movie. By far. It is...
I don't think it's getting a lot of, like, press.
It had all the press in the world, but as somebody who worked in journalism, every day we had stories about it. You and I have different press routines, to be fair. You know, like, I see all the stories. You see a very select few.
Yes.
It is fantastic. It is a very oddly sweet story that has a very fantastic ending to it. Not everybody will agree with me, that's fine, but I would recommend going to see it.
Cool.
What else do I have to talk about? I think that was the last of what I needed to say. Yeah, that's the end of my notes. So we find a save point, we call it good. You want to talk about any more stupid pop culture bullshit?
I don't know what pop culture I have at this point, because I mean, Cardi B is...
Yeah, you should have waited to talk about Cardi B until we were done.
I know, but I want to make sure I got it in there. I love Cardi B, and I actually enjoy Aquaman.
The movie?
Yeah.
Nicole?
It's Jason Momoa.
Like, what do you like about him? Oh, shit.
I do like. I am a sucker for just a good old fashioned action movie. I was super
Like
into
Vampire's
mermaids
Assistant?
when I was a kid, so yes. I loved mermaids as a kid, and even though they're not mermaids, they're pretty damn close. And in fact, there are some in there who are like mermaids, so I thought that was cool and neat.
I didn't do that, by the way.
What?
The whole camera shifted up to the fucking sky, and I was like, I didn't do that.
Oh, weird. So yeah, I just enjoyed it because it entertained me.
I guess it was fine, but I'm actually kind of surprised by you, to be honest.
I know who killed me. I can't surprise myself after that.
Wait, I know who killed me?
Yeah, it's Lindsay Lohan. It's a movie.
No, I know the movie. Shit. Okay, he has a fucking chainsaw. That's a one-hit kill.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
It's not meant to be.
Why does he get a chainsaw?
Okay. Okay. They're dead. Where is he?
Where's the big man pajama?
Where are you, dude?
To the right now. Left. Yep. Right. Left. Come on, shield broken. Break. Damn you! It's not fair. Okay. Shoot.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, that rifle kicked ass. Holy shit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I'm out of flares, though. Time to go.
Yeah, I actually enjoy watching I Know Who Killed Me, so...
Really? That movie's really dark. I'm actually I'm learning something new about you. I don't like that movie. That movie's a little too dark for me. Oh, we need to go that way. Let's go check out this way real quick.
That movie's a little too dark for you?
No, I didn't say it was a little too dark for me. It's just dark. I just didn't expect you to like it. Nichole, your type of horror tends to be psychological, not gruesome.
Yes. I didn't find that all that gruesome. I mean, I guess, yeah, he's cutting people's body parts off, but it's, to me, not done in like a Silent Hill kind of way.
You're thinking of...
Or Hills Have Eyes, excuse me.
There we go. There, I was about to correct you, and you stopped me. Did I tell you that my stepfather took me and Devin to go see The Hills of Ice 2, and we walked out of the theater?
No, but I never saw the second one, but I almost walked out of the first one until the German Shepherd, the one that was alive,
murdered.
Killing the bad guys.
Yeah.
And then me and my sister are like, well, I guess I'll watch the dog kill people. But I almost walked out of the first one. The second, that one, the big scene where like the girl gets raped, the other girl gets
Big Betsy.
gets up on a cross.
Oh, you should have played Just trying to make it to a cutscene, motherfucker. We all want to call it a night. I'm tired.
Seriously. I know, me too. I know this feeling of like...
I'm tired. I'm done for tonight. Like, we've talked about all sorts of shit. Okay, do you have anything else? Do I have anything else? Hold on. Do I have anything else? I think we're done, right?
Not news.
So we just need to find... Okay, let me...
No,
No, Cortana! Fuck off!
No one wants to talk to you, Cortana.
Cortana, you're getting outdated on the next update, by the way.
Is she really?
Absolutely. You can still do the commands, but all the, like, pop-up nonsense is getting deleted, so...
That's nice.
Okay, what else do I have? That's it. Okay, news. We talked about today. We talked about yesterday. We talked about Wednesday.
If someone wants a good IG follow.
Hey, you know what? Perfect. Talk about B Spears. Wait. Oh shit. That's on me. I'm sorry. I don't know how to stop it. I put my phone down and I hit a button and it started playing a video and I need to go right here.
I didn't hear anything.
I did. No, it was on, but my mic is so expensive that it didn't pick it up.
Oh, there you go. So you're fine.
How do I get up here?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Tiska, help me, because you're not going to bed until I can move forward, so...
I know, we need to get you to a checkpoint, and no one's going to listen to this thing all the way through. I'm just saying that right now, unless you split this up into 2.
Oh, fuck that. No, this is a fucking solid 3-hour video. It wants me to
put up a 3-hour video, right?
No, this is all Okay, so this is actually a good conversation for us to have. I'm going to pause for just half a second. I think a podcast should go up in its entirety. All at once, all the nonsense. Whatever we have to say, good, bad, and different. Okay, well, I want to know what your opinion is. If you don't want it, I'm happy to cut it up.
I just think you're not going to get many people at all. The second someone sees a 3-hour video, like, what?
It's a podcast.
Doesn't matter.
Well, if you... Okay, well, this follows up into my next question. Do you want 30-minute podcasts as we go forward, then?
No. Hour.
I guess I'm a little... I disagree.
I like an hour. I like an hour to 2-hour blocks. I just think you're gonna hard pressed to find someone to click on a video and listen to it for 3 hours. I know some people listen to it in the background and so forth, but I think you're gonna have a hard time finding someone to listen to something for 3 hours.
Okay. Well, I will,
Especially a YouTube video, if you don't subscribe to it and you can't close YouTube to then do other things on your phone.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
But put this up and see what its viewership is and see what happens. Barry? Nice.
On my way. Don't open the door. What am I, crazy? Stay hidden.
Barry that we left in the dark because you put the light off?
I cannot believe that you remembered that. I mean, I didn't turn the light off. The light just happened to be off.
Yeah, sure. We have video evidence of you turning the light off.
Here's the funny thing. I'm going to delete what you just said. I'm going to delete all the evidence of it. And then there'll be no evidence.
You have the power. That's so wrong when you have the power.
I have the power!
It's like the He-Man thing.
That's exactly. I lifted... Oh, manuscript page. Everybody, you can read this if you want to. In 3, 2, 1, we're done? Okay. I know...
Going through. Is this...
No.
Where's the cutscene?
I'm pushing hard for it, Tiska.
Oh, I thought we were there.
No, I'm pushing hard for it. I'm just looking for shit. We're moving on. We're not stopping. We're not having conversations. I'm moving hard. What's in the men's bathroom? Probably shit. Probably shit. Let's see what's in here. Anybody?
Probably.
No? Wait, why did I get a checkpoint in here?
I don't know.
That's surprisingly clean. That is also surprisingly clean.
Actually,
oh shit! What's in here?
Like, not even
oh. What is?
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set up a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have
to what you do.
The events need to follow along.
So here's the point. Every little decision you make in this game, it matters. Because if you don't... Oh!
Shit! That's right. If you don't make the right changes, Alice dies.
Well, if you make certain changes and you don't...
If you're not true to the story and the events and let the characters do what they need to do, your story dies and ergo Alice dies.
It's a little bit more complicated than that, but you've nailed the outer premise of it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open this? There we go. Yeah.
So to speak.
So here's the funny thing.
Cutscene, my God.
This game was meant to have driving.
Go ahead. What?
This game was meant to be an open world game in which you could do things like hit somebody with your headlight and drive them off the road.
Okay.
And you can boost, and so, like, it's the, oh shit, it's the weirdest fucking thing, because it's supposed to be this open world adventure game, but guess what?
Okay.
It's not, because they cut all of it away.
Why?
Because it cost money, Tiska, to do that.
Oh.
I don't know where we're supposed to go from here.
I don't know either.
I know. I'm just trying to get past it. I don't know how to.
You really? What are you doing?
I'm trying to live. Okay, fuck him. Just fucking kill him. You're dead. Where's that other guy? There he is. Fuck you. Okay, they're all dead. Where the fuck do I go? I can't go that way. Because there's fucking concrete barriers. So this way, maybe?
Is there something to the left?
Here it is. Right here.